I want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like in the city, the driver's side floor. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Happy Friday. What's going on, Leroy? Your Vice shirted out today.
Yeah, getting ready for my extra day.
Oh, you got any big plans for the Memorial Day weekend?
No, I've got a, you know, the neighbors that come over across the street.
Yeah.
One of their kids are graduating. So there's a graduation party.
Very sweet.
Gonna do that tomorrow. Even though he's going to Florida. And then that's about it. I might throw something on the grill. I've been looking at some recipes, trying to figure out what I want to do, whether I want to do it. I'm not good at briskets, so I'm not gonna mess with that. But I do make a mean tenderloin. Ooh.
All right.
So I'm either thinking tenderloin, or I might smoke some ribs. Do the whole, 10-hour thing.
You ever think about doing chicken of the trees?
No.
All right.
Dude, stop acting like you venture into these wild food.
Eating the iguana. Listen, I think I probably would try. I'm not preparing it, but like if I was, at some kind of food fair and they had iguana, I'd probably dabble.
No, you wouldn't. Stop.
Definitely.
No, you wouldn't.
Definitely. You don't eat pickles, but you'll eat. I know you think that's a box. I know you think that's a boxing, but like pickles are a gross vegetable. Like iguana's meat. Like I know you think that's an own, but like I don't like pickles.
Wait,
no, you're right.
No. Here's the thing, Marcos.
Yeah.
If I can go to Publix and they go beef, chicken, pork, iguana, then we'll talk.
That's true.
But if you can't buy iguana in a store.
So you wouldn't have any like deer? You wouldn't have venison or something like that?
They have it at stores.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Get out of here, dude. When's the last time you got to Publix and gotten venison?
Not Publix.
Oh.
But
now
you can no. You can go to Delaware Chicken. They got venison.
Okay. Hey, listen, all respect to Delaware Chicken. That's not what you said. You didn't use Delaware Chicken as the example.
But that's
you
where
used
I
Publix.
do my shopping. But I don't buy meat from Publix.
I'm sure Delaware Chicken in hard times has probably gotten iguana too. Okay.
What are you talking about? Dude. Hey, like stop it. Stop it. You've been ridiculous on a Friday for our long weekend.
Well,
the reason our long weekend off terrible, which is nonsense.
I'm not coming in with this out of nowhere. Yesterday we had a scare. We almost had a setback in Jaelan Phillips rehab. Wow. Via reptile. Because yesterday, Dolphins pass rusher, Jaelan Phillips, Moose, he apparently had an iguana come up from his toilet. And he shared this on.
That's not a thing.
Oh, it's a thing, dude. It's a thing.
What? It's fake.
Why would it be fake? You're calling Jaelan Phillips a liar?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. It's not, that they burro, right? Like it's not uncommon for them to get into pipes. Okay.
You know how small a toilet pipe is?
Have you ever seen an iguana be able to get through a chain link fence? It's pretty easy.
Okay. So
man, this is some Florida if I ever seen it. But how the hell did he get in there? That man is bathing in my toilet, and he's not a pet. I don't know where he came from. It's a grown man. I can't even do nothing about him. I had to call the exterminator. $150 to get this man out of here. You must be evicted, my friend. You are not in the right place. I just want to know if he came up through there like a Ninja Turtle or if he was living in the garage or something, because that's something I got to think about. I don't know what's going on. The bro is huge.
Bro, well, he's not.
Bro's
That
massive.
ain't a big iguana.
It's not a big iguana.
No.
It's still an iguana, though,
That's
nonetheless.
that's a borderline big lizard.
How do you feel about your star defensive end paying $150 to get a giant lizard?
Not
Hey,
great. I would have done it.
hey,
I would
hey.
have done it for free.
Can
That's
I
what
just
I'm
say
saying.
this? I'm looking more at that plain Jane ragged ass bathroom.
You know what, Leroy, I got to be honest with you. That's a typical you thing, dude. I mean, like, really. You
Oh,
want to talk about, like, burying the lead. There's an iguana that came into the man's toilet, and you're sitting here talking about his standard condo bathroom.
okay.
So sorry we don't have a palatial toilet
no.
like you do in the
No,
in
I don't
the
have
in
a
the
palatial
gated.
toilet.
Okay, dude.
I don't have a palatial toilet. But I'm
Is it
just
heated?
saying. So he lives in an apartment. He don't own his own place.
Well, he's on that rookie deal, dude. He's not looking to spend
He was
crazy.
a first rounder.
All right. You're pocket watching like because he's a little
No,
frugal.
I'm not
Bathroom
pocket
shit.
watching. I'm
This
not
is a new
pocket
level,
watching.
Leroy. This is truly
Huh?
Unbelievable.
No,
This is
but
where
I'm
the
just
story
thinking.
goes.
Wait. I'm just thinking like this.
so crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
In his first 4 years of the NFL,
Yep.
he gonna make more money than I made in my whole career.
What if they had stopped?
So
What if
I'm
they-
looking at that toilet and going, and the tiles, and
could be a guest toilet.
that's
Could
what
be-
I'm saying. Look, no,
It's a guess.
then listen. Can I just say this? There's 2 bathrooms in here I've never been in.
Are they by the garage?
One's in my daughter's room, one's by Fonz's room, and there's another one right next to here I use every now and then. But that's it.
$150 for
Yeah.
for
You
taking that
got
thing out.
dude, because they say, "Ooh, first rounder, 150."
No. Man, dude, put a glove on.
All he got to do. You want me to tell you what you do? Do like I do. Go ask one of these kids who play with vermin in the neighborhood, right?
One of
And
the
they'll
ones
come
who-
snatch him out for $20 an autograph.
That is a thing, though. Like the iguanas in the toilets. I know you think that's
No.
not a thing. That's a thing, dude.
It's not a thing.
Okay.
thing.
It's a
I
thing. I think you
Okay.
don't want it to be a thing because you don't want to be on the bull one day and all of a sudden,
Here's why.
Mm.
Because before Leroy plops down, which is the biggest complaint I have about people complaining about putting the toilet seat down, why don't you watch where you sit? So I always turn to give a little looky loo.
you've never done a blind sit in the
Nope.
in the heat of the night.
Nope.
I don't believe
I
you.
always turn the light on, just in
Okay.
case.
Really?
The only time that I couldn't is when I had a 911 emergency on the second floor at Odyssey and the light wouldn't turn on.
Wow. Well, let it be known, Leroy clears the perimeter before he goes in the toilet.
No, I don't clear the perimeter. I just look before I sit.
Or clear Dale. He's good to go. We're clear.
To support
Wait, he
this.
ain't moving. Maybe he's dead.
He's not dead. He's probably exhausted because he's been running through sewage.
Yeah, no. Trying to find food. I found 2 articles that support lizards going through plumbing.
They
And
definitely do.
I see a lot of videos, a lot of pictures, and to be honest, it's a lot of CBS Miami NBC6.
What do you guys think is more likely? You guys think that the iguana is going to jump into the toilet? That's what you guys think is happening? Like, first of all, he didn't notice a lizard coming into his house of that size. Not a giant iguana, but big enough that you would notice a lizard like that sneaking through your door. Not like a baby gecko. But yeah, they definitely go through the pipes. They Joe Burro their way in.
Okay.
I think the
So does he have a leak or something?
I don't know. Maybe he has a well system. Maybe he has an open pipe. I don't know. Maybe he's in a community and it got through.
Leroy
I'm not sure.
Leroy is definitely concerned.
Of course he's concerned. This is a man who's like Tobin,
That's 4
Tobin,
toilets.
What kind of snake is this? What kind of snake is this?
And I would never. First of all, as my friend, my boy, we look thick as thieves, right? I call him and ask him, what do you think the first thing he says? Oh, that's poisonous. You better be careful. I'm like, he had no idea.
I did get a new app. I got a new app though that I could it now identifies wildlife. Well worth the $30.
What?
You spent
Like
$30 on an app?
lifetime
Yep.
or monthly?
Lifetime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's not okay.
I
Why
spent $30 on worse.
The next time you call me, you're gonna be happy.
No, I'm not calling you anymore because I thought I was gonna have to call emergency services to get the poisonous snake out.
The guy who comes in, no judgment here to all our exterminators listening to us in the car, but the man
He has to laugh, right?
the man who specializes in iguana removal, that man's got a mullet, right?
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
I see what we got here.
This
Oh,
is
it ain't nothing but a baby lizard.
Just
And
a
he
little
gonna reach
critter.
in there and snatch it out.
How do we feel about the idea that this is a man who has to battle 300 pounders once a
Right.
week, and yet a little creature like that, he's like, nope.
Hey, I'm the same way.
You
No
wouldn't
way.
mess with that. You wouldn't just go hands in and get that.
You'd pay the 150, Leroy?
No.
Well, okay.
My
That
daughter,
thing is thing is
Rebecca
adorable.
Rebecca would grab it. Fonz would grab it.
I've grabbed iguanas that poop things bigger than that.
Ugh. I feel like you can put an oven mitt on and just carry that.
You don't have to put an oven mitt
You
on.
know
dude.
what?
Just grab it from the back.
Everybody,
scratch.
wait. Stop being radio tough guy.
What?
Why?
They stop. I put a garbage bag over the seat and say it is out of service. That's right. That's right. I mean, yeah, if that little lizard costs $150, what if you have a gator?
Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's flat rate.
No
I
way.
don't know. But
You
see,
gotta charge more for it.
here's what would make
Well,
that
I
much,
think
here's what would make that much worse.
Hmm.
If he showed a picture of his big ass scared of that little lizard.
Well, no,
Right?
I think it is. Well, they're not going to be like, could you measure it for us? Because if he thinks that's huge, he goes like, all right, how big is it there, Mr. Phillips? He goes, oh, it's big. All right, that's going to run you 150. And then the guy gets there, and goes, sucker.
Yeah.
No,
Well, no, if it's a gator though, you're like, oh well, this is gonna.
Well,
be
I don't think I think gator you have to call like Florida Fish and Wildlife. You can't exterminate a gator. Like the
he said $1.50.
iguana is like vermin. You know, they want you to take it out.
And then he holding up his hand. That's not helping.
Right. He's like, guys, look.
Because it looked like he could just pinch it up.
It really does. It looks like
Right.
he could just get it,
Wait,
but
grab it from the back. Okay, Steve Irwin. That's
you
right.
do. You just grab it like right there between the four legs. That's where the go-to spot is.
He said the man could go after Josh Allen, but he's afraid of a gecko lizard,
Yeah,
a gecko lizard.
it's crazy.
Or if that let me tell you something. That ain't scary. But
100.
if he would have stood up and started talking about insurance, I'm out.
Oh, if it was a British lizard, I'd be all for it. He's saying
Now I'm looking at gators coming out of bathrooms, and now things are getting worse.
snakes. Snakes would be a tough one.
Oh, let me tell you something. I had a snake in my house one time, and Mel called me some mean names and said it ain't nothing but a big lizard. It looks like she said, it's not but a big worm. I'm saying, why he raising up like this then? I went over there to shoo him with the broom, and he raised up like he was about to do something. So I said, I'm out.
Phillips posted on Instagram after I feel violated. Got to check the toilet every time I go now. All right, so he's gonna be
Which you probably should have did beforehand.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not like he didn't explain like he was on the bowl. Like he probably was just like, what does that sound? He probably heard like.
I tell you what I would do. Flush it.
What?
That's not flushing. That's too big.
First of all, he can resist.
Hey, I'm
Oh,
look here.
Oh,
He could what?
He can resist like Scotty Scheffler. Like he can be like he doesn't have to follow down the water.
Let me just say, go to sleep, little lizard. Go to sleep.
Or he can
He
just
ain't moving, so he tired.
Yeah, he is tired. He definitely's been through an experience.
He said he's asking Phillips if he want to save 50% of his car insurance. Like,
What if we actually got this all wrong and that's a potty trained lizard?
He's just happy to be in there.
He's just actually like, I'm just
Better
doing
than
my
his
thing.
pool.
Hey, no, hey, I've had to dig iguanas out of the pool and they could swim real good.
Oh, they're great swimmers.
Oh, they're really good. Yeah,
They're great swimmers.
I've gone out back and there was probably 15 iguanas back there just chilling.
Yeah, makes
Like
sense.
they tried to have a barbecue.
Yeah, you got yourself a little iguana paradise.
Yeah, they
What's
just
the matter?
hang
Zeus don't hunt?
out. They get along almost.
That's weird.
Like the dogs go out there and run around and the lizards look up at them and say, "Hey, I won't mess with you. You don't mess with me. Cool. Go do
I
your thing."
genuinely haven't had an iguana in my yard that I've seen in a while because of Sunny Bunny. She's scared the holy hell out of all of them.
Did she ever catch one?
Yes. What? Uses like a pin cushion.
Ugh,
Shakes him.
gross.
She's a good dog.
That is a good dog.
My dogs would go and try to play with it. They like Luna would go back and forth like this, like they're playing tag, right?
Yeah, I never had a big dog. A friend of mine had a big dog one time that did that to a possum. Grabbed the possum, brought it over, and was like, "Look what I got you." And then the possum was playing possum until it was like, "All right, I'm leaving now." So in my eyes, it came back to life. It scared the hell.
I had two possum run in my garage,
Mhm.
and they ran in the corner and just went. and they stayed there for like 3 days. Yeah. I'm like, wow, he's really playing the part. And so finally,
just let it.
So my wife know this lady whose kids, that's what they do for a little side hustle. They go collect varmints, right? So I said, well, I give them $20 to go get both of them, right? And they just opened up the garage and then they ran out. So they didn't even have to touch them.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
Got what you.
I got this feeling, my bones.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Oh, hello, Robbie. Robbie's in the chat. Hello, Robbie the Degenerate.
Robbie. It's my boy.
Is that your boy?
Yeah, me and him, a couple of degenerates together.
Couple chili peppers. Something about that chair.
Something about it, dude.
Something about it.
Takes over.
Panthers, get to our headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Panthers continue the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. Game 2 against the New York Rangers. Of course, the Cats taking game 1 on Wednesday. The puck drops at 8 o'clock. You could hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. Listen to that. If you guys weren't up late last night, the Oilers defeated the Stars in double overtime, 3-2. Connor McDavid with a game winner.
Not Irish.
Yeah, but the name, come on. Somewhere along the line. Is that a problem?
No.
He's good, though.
You think?
He's good. Marlins start a 3-game series with the Diamondbacks tonight, starting at 9:40 p.m. And for those still partaking in basketball, the Celtics take out the Pacers 126-110. They are up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum continues his coattail riding as Jaylen Brown dropped 40 on Indiana. I just go for a petty spin, whatever the result being for the Celtics. I'll just be like, who was good? Tatum's a bum.
I mean, that's been consistent all playoff, though. All playoffs, you could always whip out the, well, what did Tatum do?
What did he do? What did he do?
Kind of like the same thing you do with Clay.
I mean, what does that guy really do? I heard a crazy thing between Shaq and Draymond. They were comparing teams. The Lakers run in the early 2000s with the Warriors team that had KD. They said that Klay Thompson would be the one sticking Kobe Bryant. And Shaq laughed. Everyone knows this guy's overrated. And so
before he got hurt, Klay Thompson was a really good defender.
Everyone knows he's overrated, and so is Jason.
I
what are you
mean,
talking about?
He was known. Now, and look, I'm gonna just say this because this is factual.
Yeah,
he was known as a defender more than a 3-point shooter.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
now you're getting too much. Now you're getting too far.
You guys can't even.
Whenever they talked about who defended on the Warriors, the first person they talk about was Clay.
Leroy, they're not called the 3-and-D brothers.
All right. Okay. No, that's not a box.
All right.
Waiting for my button. Waiting for my button. Waiting for it. Thank you.
Wait. This will be so. If he made all defense and didn't make all NBA, would I be right?
Huh?
When he was playing before he got hurt, if he made all defense but didn't make all NBA,
Leroy, go ask 100 people what they think Klay Thompson's known for. You will not get one person first saying defense.
But question, if he made all NBA, if he made all defense but didn't make all NBA,
he's made more all NBAs. He's made more all NBAs than he has all defense. He made one all defense.
Okay.
Second team.
I was just asking a question.
But nobody, I get it, but nobody first thinks of him as a defender. They think of him as hey, that's the greatest shooter if it was not for his teammate.
Overrated.
You got to stop. It's a really bad take.
What's a really bad take? Klay Thompson, we've witnessed the demise.
We've witnessed the demise because of an Achilles injury?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's blaming his injuries. But when he goes for 30-something points, everyone's like, oh, look at him. Klay Thompson.
No, we do that when you did it to the Heat because as soon as we come in here, your fat mouth got him to kill us.
Oh, or did every single team ever score against the Heat?
Okay.
Blaming me for the Heat.
They had a top 5 defense this year, dude. So no, every team did not score against the Heat. They couldn't score
in the bottom 5 offense.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That wasn't his point, though, was it?
No, but
lashing out.
I'm not lashing out. You got
Leroy.
This is called reverse NBA facts segment.
Oh, this is what happens when the Celtics.
Everybody scored on the Heat. They were a top 5 defense. Klay Thompson, really known as a defender. What?
All right.
What do you mean by top 5 defense exactly, though?
I mean, they ranked top 5 in all overall defense.
Now, did they rank top 5 because they stopped teams from scoring, or did they rank top 5 because teams only had to score 90 to win?
Whoa, that's a good point, Leroy.
Right.
That is a good.
You know what, Leroy? Go ahead. Whatever. Congratulations, the two of you. You guys should start an NBA podcast together.
Woo!
Maybe it'll be as successful as JJ Redick, and the two of you will be the Lakers head coach one day.
He's asking the questions people want to know.
Steph Curry, no more as a dribbler than a shooter.
Okay.
Now you're taking it too far.
Am I?
Led the league in steals.
The Splash Brothers. And one of them was more known for defense. The Heat, they gave up a ton of points to everybody. Oh, where were they? Yeah, but that was only because teams knew.
No. Don't take Marcos's point.
What?
And then put
That's
it
your
on
co-host. That's your NBA co-host.
You put it on me.
We were boys.
No.
We were boys.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
Oh man. Anyway,
this is a lot. I'm looking at the defensive ratings, and to be honest, they were only 0.1% away from just being above the Cavaliers. This is
the Cavaliers, who are also a good defense.
No, a flawed system here. I'm looking at these numbers.
I just want the guys to score 40.
It's a wonder why you lose so much at gambling.
Houston Rockets are top 10. Oh yeah, that now we're really talking here. Who did this rating here? Huh?
Pro Football Ime Udoka is a great defensive coach. What are you doing right now?
Pro Football Focus made these numbers inflated, dude. This reminds me of Tua's numbers. We had led the league in passing. Freaking inflated numbers. That mean nothing.
Here, I would ask you this if that's accurate.
Yeah.
Name another quarterback that led the league in passing that everybody considered a bum.
Matt Schaub.
Damn, he's good.
No, but that's
I'm only saying that because we've done this segment 100 times. We've done the research on the bums who have led the league. Jameis Winston, Matt Schaub, last guys over the last 20 years.
Okay.
There you go.
So Tua's Matt
Research speaks for itself. I think
I'm not saying he's Matt Schaub.
100%.
I'm not saying he's Matt Schaub. I'm just saying we've done this argument before. We've done.
Seems like I'm batting 100 on this one.
That's a terrible batting average.
Seems like I'm batting 100 on this one. Pretty good.
I want you to take a -1, and I want you to think about what you did this segment.
He said, go
-1.
I want you to corner, and I want you to reflect.
I want you to just take a lap during the break, and I want you to think. Go get an apple juice. All right. And
he stepped it up. Now he's cranberry apple with raspberry.
Ooh,
I've actually had that before. It's really tasty. But just take a lap. You think about what you did. All right.
I was right
about what you did.
All right. Right about the first one. I'll think about these. I'll think about it.
midnight.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Great news, everybody. Tua Tagovailoa back out on the field yesterday, according to Dolphins photos.
Thank God.
Back out there, everybody. The holdout is over for Nick Saban's golf tournament. He is returned.
Glad he can join us.
Can we just admit, made a big deal about nothing?
Oh, this was something, dude.
Come on.
Was that the most time he's missed in his career?
I mean, yes, one. He broke his record. Yes, he did. So did Zach Sealer, by the way, this week.
Look at that.
I dare you to call him a fat cat. I dare you.
No.
I would say this.
Just following his leader.
That I would almost guarantee you, besides defense, you might have some older guys there. There's not a whole bunch of old guys participating in this.
Like you said, the defense of all the vets seem like they are there. I think other than like Jalen Ramsey.
Right. They need to.
Poyer's there. Apparently Poyer got cooked, according to reports, by Devon Achane. He's fast. Ooh, I'm very excited for his season. Like that guy, he was ridiculous last year.
Yep.
What a find. And now they got another one. Oh, love it. So much speed, dude.
Yeah, that makes me happy though, because maybe I'm traumatized, but I just feel like these quick running backs we have are just like they have an expiration date, each one of them. So it's like the fact that we have this rotation definitely helps. But I'm just nervous.
I mean, Mostert doesn't. He's in his 30s.
But he missed like what? He missed like the last 4 weeks of the season or something like that. At least I feel.
I mean, that's the
the nature of the position for sure.
Right.
But we just don't have.
But I would say this,
I guess.
And
who does?
And I'm gonna make a big deal about this now, because when it presents itself, everybody will understand. This team, as explosive as they are, there will come a time where there's going to be 3 or 4 minutes left to go in the game, and you have to pound the football, and all that cutie stuff ain't gonna matter. And so you better be able to do that at the end of these games, these big important games where you have a Josh Allen, or you have a Patrick Mahomes, or you have a Lamar Jackson waiting on the sideline for an opportunity. You better have the stones to run out the clock and run the ball down the field.
You think it's a personnel thing, though, or you think this is where Mike McDaniel's going to grow up?
Listen, I don't care what it is, but if you look at the teams that have sustained success, they are able to close out games at the end by being physical and running the football. That's a fact of this game.
Well, I do think though you were a little bit like critical of Mike McDaniel by some of the lack of adjustments from last year. Like this, like I think we put so much stock into the quarterback and all that type of stuff, but man, I don't know if this guy can get them, because they've had a couple of slides in the middle of their seasons where like it seems like he has to I know he dealt with some injuries in year one for sure, but there does seem to be like either he gets too cute or he can't just keep rolling with what's working. And I don't know. I think that's got to be a growth thing. I know that he, said he gave thought to giving up the play calling. I don't think that he should. I think that he has some innovative stuff, but I do wonder from his standpoint, like what are the things he's got to get better at to help this Dolphins team avoid such skids?
Here's what I would say about every position on that field, including coaching. Sometimes our egos get in the way of what needs to be done, right? For example, don't you hate when a quarterback chucks it down the field for an incomplete pass and you had a guy 5-10 yards down the field that was open and you could get a first down? Right? Like you got to be able to, as creative as you are, you got to be able to still play the game that's there. I think what happened to the Dolphins is that when the defensive teams and the football teams got better and made adjustments in the second half, you didn't have anything to counter that. And it kind of stifled you. Right? And that's what happened. And that's why it only happened against the better teams, because when you have a younger team or a newer team or a team that doesn't have as much talent, you can't make a lot of adjustments. You just have to play the defense that you're playing. Well, I think so it becomes easier to be successful against those teams.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're not going to look at this Dolphins team and say they don't have offensive talent, right? Like,
No,
I think that
but
there have been that with last year, it just felt like, I don't know, like either the gimmick got figured out or people just figured the whole thing of it down too quickly. But I don't know. I just wonder from his standpoint.
Those better teams have the players and the system to be able to make adjustments. And that's what it was. Like, because listen, in the first half of all these games against all these good teams, the Dolphins have been very competitive. In fact, if not leading, right? Then they go in at halftime, come out and do nothing in the second half. Like, you have to be able to be to play and flow and adjust as the game is going. And I think that was the biggest problem, because I watched a bunch of games and I would say, oh, they need to hit them with this, right? And they never got to it because I could see what the defense was doing to counter what they were doing. And I'm like, all they need to do is have two guys swap routes. So or all they need to do is fake this and go to the other side. Or all they need to do, and so there were adjustments that were there, but I don't know whether it was ego that we're so good offensively, we're going to do what we do, and that stifled them, or maybe it was the injuries and they were worried about how many adjustments can we actually make without putting our team in a bad spot. I don't know what it was, but I will say this. Say what you want about Vic Fangio. With all the injuries and all the things that were going on, the defense got better as the season went on. And so they were making adjustments on the go to be competitive and still be able to get somewhat of the job done.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of the thing that's going to be an issue with this year too, is I think the Dolphins, everyone's going to have their guard up, especially the fan base, because I do think, you know, you could hate the game or not hate the game, but looking at it and eyeballing their schedule, it does appear like they could be bound for another fast start this year. And you're not going to really know. Like, we're not going to get a true sense of them until probably the second half of the year. Because
here's what I would say. I would say this. I don't worry about the schedule as much as everybody else does, right? Because so many things can happen during the course of a year that if you're worried about, oh, this team was bad last year, you can mess up and get beat. Because every year there's a team that goes from worst to first. I don't know where that's going to be. I don't know how it's going to be, but it happens every year. Okay? There's also a couple of teams that look really good that all of a sudden fall off a cliff. This happens every year in the NFL. So
yeah, but I would say
how good teams are going to be.
I would say that they kind of have a tweener in the beginning. Like, I don't think, unless outside of the Dolphins, Margot's like probably blowing out the Bills twice. There's not really anything that you're going to look at and be like, oh my God, like this is way different from last year.
You'll be able to tell though.
True. I don't think so. I mean, they looked unstoppable to start the year last year.
Are we going to take success and progress through the season? And are we going to only use wins and losses to determine if your team is better in a better spot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to win. Like they got to.
Okay, then if they start off 10-0, and are we going to say, yay, we're 10-0? Or are we going to say, oh, they haven't hit the tough part of their schedule yet?
That's kind of what I'm asking. Like, I don't think there are many things they could do next year.
It's hard to win in this league. I don't care who you're playing. If you start off 10-0, you've accomplished something.
Not really. Not
Okay,
this. Like, you don't think there was a big split from that?
They fell off
Okay,
for
but it was
a number of reasons,
but it was
not just who they were
but even
playing.
but even before they fell off of injuries, they struggled against the teams that were winning teams and playoff teams.
And I
They
told
were.
you
Those
why.
are just the facts.
No, and I told you why.
Okay, so I do
But
think that even with an electric start next year, yeah, I think it's going to be more guarded because, you'll have people who are going to say same thing as last year.
All right. Like at what point, and I can't answer this because I look at the season and I look at football totally different than you guys do, right? It's hard to win. I don't care who you're playing, right? There's a Tennessee mishap waiting to happen every single week, right? So I don't ever take a win each week for granted as to say, oh, that was just so-and-so. Oh, that was just so-and-so, right? I don't do that. But fans tend to do that. So my question is that if you have a team that starts off 9 or 10-0, are you really not going to just enjoy the 9 and 10-0? Or are you going to say, oh, let's wait until we play somebody?
I don't think that the belief in them is going to be there. Yeah, probably until Thanksgiving.
But
to be honest with you,
I would also say this, that here's what I'm also going to say, right? I'm also going to say I can get if you get through your season and you're going through your season and your team looks really good and you say, okay, let's pause a minute before we put any of these unbelievable accolades on them because they haven't won a playoff game in 20 plus years. That part I can understand. But without knowing how any of your 17 opponents are going to be, without knowing what teams are going to be good or not, you think you know.
I think I know.
But
on paper right now,
as the season plays out, you do not. Okay?
Yeah.
Every year, because guess what? Going into the playoffs, did you think Kansas City was going to win the Super Bowl?
No, but they had pedigree.
But that's my point. You don't know.
But it is Kansas City. Like, that's a bad example. Like, Kansas City has the resume.
Everybody.
I think Houston's the better. Houston's the better example because they're the team that everybody thought was rebuilding and they look legit good. I don't think Kansas City's a good. Like, I'll look at Kansas City every time and say, well, that's a respectable win always.
And was there anybody who said that the Baltimore Ravens were not going to win a Super Bowl?
That they weren't going to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, everybody thought Baltimore was going to win.
They didn't start the year well.
They were the favorite. They were the favorite at one point. I mean, they made the AFC Championship, Leroy.
No, I know. I'm just making a point that we can't go into this season and if the Dolphins are piling up wins, have this kind of negative attitude because they haven't.
It's apprehensive. I do think
it's. I can understand that because you haven't won a playoff game in years. I get that. But to go through the season, right, and say, well, they haven't played anybody, you don't know who's anybody yet.
I think I do.
You're saying that, but you don't know.
I'm looking at the schedule.
There's 2 or 3 teams that you think are going to be good and they suck every year.
But from the long view right now, I'm looking at the schedule right in front of my face right now. Only 4 to 5 SGs. Only 4 to 5 SGs.
The hell is an SG?
Tell you about it next.
Oh, guys.
Oh my God.
This guy.
Oh my God.
for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Our Tua of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, everybody out there. Let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Oh, my dog, Patty Mills, working out at Barry University yesterday. How about that?
Oh, great.
Well, what do you mean?
Whoop-de-doo, Patty. Appreciate it, bud.
You're a real grump this week. I got to tell you about that, dude.
Am I?
Just getting ready for the Australian Olympics. They're getting ready.
Probably gonna do an amazing job there.
He probably will. Usually, they even say there's NBA Patty Mills and then there's international Patty Mills.
G'day, everyone.
Good day.
So anyway, getting back to the schedule, Leroy.
These SGs.
I got like 4 SGs for the Dolphins this year. All right. That's a statement game. Okay.
Oh,
4 statement games on the outset right now.
All right.
For the Miami Dolphins that are important. You got the Bills games. That's 2. All right. Then you got Thanksgiving in Green Bay. That's 3. And then home week 16 against the 49ers. 4 SGs for the Miami Dolphins. But I feel like they got to blow out the Bills, Marcos, to be a TSG.
Can they just win?
Okay. I mean, if they win, I'm happy. But if they blow a TSG,
yeah, a TSG.
True
Statement game.
True statement. Of course.
True statement game.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Now there are 2.
What are you guys? What have you done with sports?
Yeah.
When's
And now
the last time they blew out the Bills?
Yeah. I can't even recall. I feel like JP Lossman. Like it's been a while. It's been a while. Now there's also, Leroy, just to be fair, there are 2 PSGs.
Oh, okay. But is that possible?
Now we're talking about soccer.
Close.
Possible?
Close.
Okay.
Close.
Okay. All right.
Potential statement games.
Potential statement games
Yes. For the Miami Dolphins. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You got week 15 in Houston. Houston's got to show me something. They got to show. I don't know. I think
And the Dolphins don't.
I think. Well, they are. But right now, I'm just talking about from the outset. Of course, the whole point of this is the Dolphins have to show me something, but I'm not quite sure. I think it's a statement game.
You got 2 teams playing in what you deem a statement game.
No, are you listening?
Ooh.
PSG, potential statement game.
Potential.
Yeah, potential statement game.
Oh my God, my head's gonna pop.
He's being, try and keep up. The other one, of course,
13-point victory, a blowout victory. No, right?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, what's that? That's 2 scores. 2 scores. 3 scores.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a well.
Wow.
Okay, that's a well handled victory.
For the record, then. Last time Miami Dolphins had a significant victory of 13 points over the Buffalo Bills. 2014.
Been a while.
Yeah. Been a while.
Who was the quarterback for that?
For the Bills,
I'm sure Tannehill was the quarterback for the Dolphins, but who was? Let me know who the Bills quarterback was. Tyrod Taylor, 14.
Let's see. Oh no, Tyrod Taylor was 2015. So 2014. What? Oh my God, Kyle Orton.
Woo!
Oh, remember you guys wanted him down here?
Wait, was Kyle Orton the Dolphins quarterback?
No, he was a Bills.
I don't remember him as a Bills quarterback.
Me either, actually. But they have not a good year.
Remember you wanted him down here?
People did chant for him at a scrimmage. They chanted at Chad Henne. We want Orton. Very low moment. Okay, so I got 2 PSGs. First one is Houston. Second PSG for the Dolphins. The Horde Bowl. Sunday Night Football. Week 17 against the Browns.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they got Deshaun Watson. He could suck. I don't know what he's going to be. We'll
exactly.
But, so that's why it's a
my whole point.
But we're in agreement then. So it's a potential statement game. Potential. Now,
this Houston team's going to be good, though. That's a potential.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Okay.
Keep in mind, they're going to do the same thing you say the Dolphins going to do because they play in a crappier division.
There's a thing in sports that you have to show you can handle. All right. It's cute to be the underdog when everyone's sleeping on you. Now you're the hunted. We'll see. I think you're right.
They also play in a crappy division.
The division is not very good. It's very mediocre. I wouldn't call it crappy.
Whoa.
Now, there's 5 TCBs. All right. These are gotta have them.
Like this.
Got to. 5 TCBs, Leroy.
I like this is the index of the schedule. You know, you're going to see some letters. These are what the letters mean.
Yeah, exactly. Week 1 against Leroy's aforementioned crappy division. Week 1 against the Jaguars at home.
Yeah.
You got to take care of business. Got to.
Are you alarmed because that team could go either way? Are you alarmed if you lose?
They're not a good team. They're a fake good team with a fake good quarterback.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
And a coach who wears visors still in the year 2024.
That is questionable.
Yep.
Questionable desire for sure.
Week 4. All right, the exorcism game. Hosting the Tennessee Titans. TCB. You got to take care of business that game. You got to. Now, again, this is way different than that's a win, that's a loss. I don't know. I mean, anything can happen, like Leroy says, but these are from the outset the marks of the games that are take care of business games, TCB games. Leroy,
you have a mark by literally every game.
For sure.
I've broken all games into categories. Yeah.
SGs, TSGs, TCBs.
PSGs. Don't forget PSG.
Oh, I got up with the PSGs.
Yeah, just so we're clear. 2 PSGs.
TSGs.
4 SGs. Statement games. There's statement games, potential statement games. These are the 5 TCB games.
Yep.
All right.
5. Wow. Okay.
Yep. That's both Patriots games.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
TCB.
Yep.
Both of them. Okay. Drake May, dude. Come on. Leroy, you would agree. TCB? The Patriots games?
I'm not playing your stupid game.
Why not, dude?
What?
All right.
Don't act shocked, Marcos.
Okay.
Cardinals at home. Week 8.
Yep.
TCB.
Yeah. Fat Kyler Murray. You know, got to be better than that.
You know what?
Uh-oh. Are you adding
the schedule?
Yeah.
The Christian Wilkins return game. Las Vegas at home.
No way.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
You just got to add to the TCB.
What if Christian Wilkins have 8? What if Christian Wilkins have 8 sacks?
Ooh, that'd be tough. I'm still adding it to the TCB game though.
Damn.
Handled them last year. You know, they know how.
You don't think they're going to be better?
Who?
The Vegas.
Right. Yeah. Raiders.
Minshew maniac quarterback? Or
That's
Aiden
not-
O'Connell?
you don't think that's- Like here. Here's what I'm curious to
Question mark. At the
like. You know, in the NFL, right? There's like 5 to 10 teams that flip positions, flip spots.
Interesting.
Where some going to be, you know, a lot better than they were last year,
right?
And some are going to be worse, right?
Well,
this is a fact in the NFL.
Yes.
Why are you looking at these teams like what they did last year? When you know this to be a fact.
If you would have waited, you would.
No, you already did have to.
Whoa! If you would have waited, you did not get to my final category.
Oh, what's that?
Coin flip games. Could go either way.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
we have letters for every other one, but now we're going forwards.
It's a CF.
CFG?
No. What? Yeah, CFG.
That's right. Son Steve said it right.
What?
Tobin just playing that's a win, that's a loss with different window dressing.
No, it's not that's a win,
You
that's
are.
a loss. I'm not saying what the outcome will be. I'm just saying the significance of the game.
Wait, if you call something a TCB, you are calling that a win.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying don't lose.
Oh,
That's basically what I'm saying. That's what that is.
PSGs, CFGs.
I think you'd want to give up some CFGs for some statement games, right? You want to give up some CFGs for some SGs,
I
but
just want wins.
that's fine. That's well, I mean,
Well,
fine.
When I'm
We
playing
would all love wins. We'd all love to be Zonka, but we can't.
Yep.
So, coin flip game. So, Leroy, are you saying, just so I'm clear? Just so I'm clear?
I'm not saying nothing.
No. Can you
No,
just
no.
clear something up for me? I think we should have
I'm
an
not
agreement on
saying
this.
nothing.
So, do you think the Raiders should be a CFG
No.
CFG.
or a TCB?
What did I say to you when you talk about
It sounded like you were saying CFG.
No. What did I say to you?
You said there's a bunch of teams that could go either way.
No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
You're trying to get me in. You're trying.
No, I just want to know.
Marcos, he's trying to fit me into one of these letterings. I'm like, that's not what I said.
No, but I think you said
I said
there are a lot of
every
teams.
year in the NFL, there are 4 or 5 teams that play a lot better than they did the year before, and 4 or 5 teams, because of injury or whatever, end up going in the crapper. And you sit here and you're using last year's information to determine what a team is going to be this year.
Let me ask you this.
And that's just ridiculous.
Okay, so what are you putting the Raiders in that category?
Huh.
Nice try.
Yay.
Nice try.
I think he swayed me. All right, I'm gonna put it. You know what?
Wait.
I was born at night, Marcos, not last night.
All right, so I got 11 games done so far. All right, so coin flip games, according to
Yep.
Leroy Horde.
No, not according to me.
All right, our coin flip games, Marcos, at Seattle, longest trip of the year. You know, could go either way.
All right.
It's a coin flip, but you do get extra rest. To be fair. All right. CFG number 2, Indianapolis. You know, the quarterback's back. He's a moose.
He is a moose.
Defense might not be say it. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, Leroy.
Okay.
Hard to say.
There's other variables in these coin flip games I see that you're weighing in. You're weighing in the distance to travel to Seattle, and you're weighing in whether or not we have our defense.
Road games are much more prone to coin flip.
Yeah. So how does wait? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So how does this play out if the defense doesn't look as good early in the season, but then when the 2 guys return, they look really good and they go on a run at the end of the year?
Doesn't really change the significance of the games, Leroy. I took this.
No, but it does change the significance of the game because they won't be at full strength to even make a determination of what kind of team they're going to be.
I'm not sure if I'm going to buy that from you, and I'm not buying what you're selling.
That's a reality.
It's a reality, but it doesn't change the significance of the game. Sorry, no excuses. Play like a champion.
He's thought of everything, guys. He's thought of everything.
Marcos. Marcos.
Now,
No. Marcos, stop it.
Sorry. All right, Leroy
Egging
changed
him
me.
on. Leroy didn't do nothing.
Leroy swayed me. So back-to-back CFGs, 10 and 11.
Whoa.
Monday Night Football on the road against the Rams. Okay.
Oh.
And
That's
then, the Puka Nakua. What?
Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday Night Football, primetime Tua.
They lost
Definitely a coin flip game.
And
What?
a genius versus genius. That's true.
Yep.
Wow. The Genius Bowl.
Then you, of course, have the Raiders. Leroy swayed me on that.
Good one, Leroy.
And then
right now want to poke my eyes out.
our final 2 CFGs.
I like to call you a CFG, but I can't think of the nasty words to call you. CFG. No, can't say it.
Final 2 CFGs. The Jets games. I don't really know what to make of the Jets. I think
you just made my point entirely.
Well, that's why they're coin flip games.
Oh,
I don't like that though. I don't know if I like that.
Now the thing with CFGs,
here,
Marcos.
let me ask you this.
I think those can be statements.
I think
those can be PSGs.
Let me say this.
PSGs.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Look at that schedule.
All right.
Yep.
And I want you to definitively tell me which of those teams that were bad last year is going to be bad this year.
Titans.
New England.
That's it.
Yeah.
In a 17-game season, you came up with 3 games.
Yep.
Well, I already told you there's 5 TCBs.
No,
Wow.
did you?
Wow.
No.
What are the other 2 again? I forgot.
Hosting Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you don't think Jacksonville's going to be any better?
Nope.
Okay.
And then hosting Arizona. I don't think Arizona.
And you don't think Arizona. So as of right now, in all 17 games,
Yep.
there's only 4 games where you said the team from last year is going to be just as bad this year.
No, 5.
That's
Well,
it.
4 opponents, 5 games because one's a divisional.
Right. No, so
Right.
what's the other? I missed one. So you got Arizona, you got Jaguars, you got 2 New England games, and then who's the other team?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. So,
Yep.
so no matter what they've done
Yep.
in the offseason, they're still going to suck this year.
Yes.
So
Correct.
that
I mean,
means
sucks a tough. I just don't think
All
they'll
right.
be good.
they won't be good. Now, of the other 12 games,
Yep.
you're saying these teams are going to be different than they were last year.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Mm.
Okay, let me bring this back a second.
Wait, if I ask you a question,
Wow.
what teams were bad last year
Yeah,
that are going to be bad this year?
right. 4
You
teams,
came
5
up with
games.
5, right?
4
5
teams,
games.
5 games.
5
Okay.
games. Okay.
6 of these, I'm not sure. That's why they're CFGs. They're coin flip games.
Okay, so that's 6.
That's 11 games.
Right.
Okay. The last 6, you have 4 PSGs, 3 opponents. Because I don't know. I'm putting the I'm sorry. I got 4 SGs, but 3 opponents. 2 Bills games. All right. A Niners game and a Thanksgiving night Green Bay game on the road. Those are your statement games with 2 PSGs. The Leroy Horde Bowl and the Houston. Because I'm not quite sure, but I really think they'll be, but I'm not sure. But it's not enough to have me unsure to put it as a CFG. That's why it's a PSG. Potential statement game.
I want to kick you in your FGs.
Oh, freaking gonads.
Is this the most you've ever hated me?
Dude,
This is good information if you
I
ask.
literally. No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
But I feel like you agree with me because I
I
kind of feel like
don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Because here,
Hmm.
this is an absolute fact of this league. A month into the season, all these things that he's saying now ain't gonna be nothing because teams are gonna be playing football, and you're gonna make a different evaluation of all those teams, including your own.
Well, that's why I leave myself the wiggle room of a PSG and a CFG.
No,
Coin
but you
flip.
also put guaranteed tags on other teams.
Just 3. I thought that was reasonable. Do you agree with me?
No, and no. When it comes
you
to
think
this, I
it's gonna
don't
be good?
agree with you at
Do you
all.
think I'm not
Because-
playing my game?
because you take here.
I'm not
Here's
taking
what
liberty.
you do. Here's what you do that I don't. Right? I don't take any win against any team for granted.
I wasn't doing
You
that.
make assumptions. I don't make assumptions. Dude, let me explain to you why. Okay? So if I played a team that was 0-16,
Yeah.
versus a team that was 16-0, right? I hurt the same after every game.
I understand.
So I didn't know the difference. I had to put the same effort into every game. So
That's
I did not know the difference.
Hey, listen, that's
So
why
for
you're
you to sit here and say, oh, this team's going to be bad or this team's going to be, and my body didn't feel that way.
that's what makes you a PP.
Pros pro, dude.
Pros Pro, we got it.
It's pros pro.
That's what makes him a Pros Pro.
He's a pros pro.
He's a Pros Pro. But seriously, can you just
No. What is he? What are you doing?
do you think?
No, I don't think nothing. Do I think this year's going to be hard? Yes, because
No,
every year is hard.
That wasn't what I was going to ask.
But that's what I'm answering.
Do you think New England's going to be good?
I'm going to lean to no.
Okay. Me too. Tennessee?
I'm gonna say no. They'll be in the bottom half.
Okay. All right. So I don't think you disagree with me that much.
No. But here, in all of your talk, you got 5 GWs that you
hopefully it's
hopefully because
hopefully.
we haven't.
They're more DLs.
You might have a game where somebody pulls a Tennessee Titans on you.
Oh my God!
Right, it happens. It happens to every team.
It
happens.
Waddle says Leroy's trying so hard not to agree with you.
No, it's not a matter. I don't agree with them.
We'll take a break.
Really? Got 2.5 more hours. Damn. That was the longest
I don't really like the lack of maturity with our listeners. I got to be honest with you, especially our viewers.
What happened?
Well, I'm just looking at some of the comments, and just a lot of them don't appreciate what we're doing here with the schedule. And I just, like RVA Richie says that Toes made Leroy play flea market. That's a win. That's a loss, which is not what we did at all. It's completely different. We already did that's a win. That's a loss. Okay. Yeah. First of all, second of all, way different. Because Leroy was asking, we were talking about expectations and what the Dolphins should expect or should not expect or you can't expect. That was the whole point of breaking down the schedule game by game into these 4 very important categories.
You do realize that you don't even have a 100% healthy team yet.
It's 5 categories.
Right? So we just going to carry on like your 2 best pass rushers are playing right away.
Leroy, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did anybody care by the end of the season?
No.
Why are they going to care at the beginning?
It's a different – you still have to take it into account, though.
I am taking it into account.
No, you're not.
This isn't a Dolphin-centric segment. It was Dolphins opponents. That's why it wasn't that's a win, that's a loss. You ingrates.
Wow.
But it's okay. Like, listen, you guys can't always keep up with everything. I realize, a lot of you, look to us for this. This was a very serious football segment we had to do. Very serious. And so if you guys want to sit here and you want to say, oh, come on, do the silly stuff. No, not all the time. Sometimes we have to put the silly stuff. Sometimes we have to put the silly stuff aside for business.
All right.
That's right.
That's what we had to do.
Mm-hmm. Then why do I seem annoyed like we just did silly sauce?
I think the reasoning being because I think you sneakily liked it.
No.
I think you sneakily liked it and you don't want to admit it and you don't want to show your cards to everybody else. It's kind of like when you like a song.
Here's what I always hate that you do. I hate either for the Dolphins or any other team, you make assumptions about how good or bad they're going to be with no information whatsoever. That's the part that bothers me.
Yet you agreed with me on most of my categorizations.
No, I didn't.
And also I didn't put in them.
And I asked you. I took your
advice.
I asked you. I didn't say.
Very kind of you.
But I flipped a TCB to a CFG for you. Simply because of the Raiders and your respect for Christian Wilkins. So
it's true.
And then we all agreed.
Say this?
We agreed on the bad teams.
Yep. Can I just say this? And I'm gonna be honestly and brutally honest about this.
Yep.
If Christian Wilkins come in this, if they go play Vegas, or they come in here, Vegas come in here.
It's here.
And he had 3 sacks.
Yep. Dante Culpepper all over again.
Except he's better at what he does than what Dante was doing when he got here.
I won't tell your guy that, okay? I won't tell him.
I'll tell him.
5 touchdowns, though, Leroy.
Pointed to the team.
And he had 13 yards rushing. 13 yards passing.
Tuddies are Tuddies.
Oh, my God.
Mm.
We just got on Marcos.
Me?
For doing what you did.
What do you mean?
5 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns.
Tuddies are Tuddies.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Here's the amazing thing about that. Here's why I'm mad about that. Because if I tell people while in the NFL, I had like 50 or 60 touchdowns, what is the immediate response?
How many yards you rush for?
No. You took all those touchdowns from Robert. You took all those touchdowns from
touchdown vulture.
Oh, you were a touchdown vulture. Right? And I just got into a conversation where you just said to me, touchdowns are touchdowns.
But I didn't call you a touchdown vulture. I say Tuddies are Tuddies.
He ran for 3 touchdowns in that game. Pretty good.
And what was the longest one?
He had 7 total rushes for about 28 yards. The longest run being 9 yards, and he had a solid 75 yards passing that game.
So let me get this straight.
Tuddies are
You
Tuddies.
bring to my attention, and this is Dante's my boy, so I don't want to make this sound bad.
Seems like you're going after.
But you brought to my attention 75 yards passing, 28 yards rushing. Tuddies are Tuddies.
Does anybody remember that? Marcos, what do you remember from that?
I remember him pointing at his knee, saying he was A-OK, and them winning by a lot.
So we're Tuddies.
Tuddies were Tuddies.
Tuddies were Tuddies.
He had 75 yards passing.
Ronnie Brown, great game for him. 134 yards rushing, 73 yards receiving.
So Ronnie Brown had more yards than all of the Raiders.
I mean, he put up 30 points by himself.
That's true.
What happened? No, he could have 75 yards passing and 28 yards rushing,
What
and
was
they
the score?
blow the team out.
35-17. I'll tell you what happened. Justin Fargas happened. You guys know who that is?
Nope.
No one does. Well, he had 179 yards rushing that game.
There you go.
Jesus.
What
There
the hell
you
is
go.
Justin Fargas?
How many
There you
touchdowns?
0 touchdowns.
Yeah, because Dante was
He took them all.
dude,
Touchdown vulture.
right now. Right? Can I just say this? If we were in studio, I would be the Tasmanian devil on the other side because this dude, you had a running back who ran for 180, right?
Yep.
And he goes, "Don't care, Tuddies are Tuddies." Like, right? So basically, Dante had 2 touchdowns where he did this over the end zone because the other dude couldn't get the end zone.
Yep.
Oh my God, he had 75 yards passing. 75 yards. Wait. Now, Marcos.
Yeah.
If Tua has a game where he has 75 yards passing, 28 yards rushing, and they win, are you gonna come in here and say Tuddies and Tuddies? No,
Depends
you're
on-
not.
only
Like
if they're
you
ru-
know, hell no.
For him, only if they're
you're not.
rushing touchdowns.
We're not. No, you're
Tuddies
not.
and Tuddies, baby.
No,
Tuddies
you're
and
not.
Tuddies.
No, you're
Take a
not.
break.
No,
Tickle
you're
Leroy's
not.
fancy.
No, you're not.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Saga
to Tokyo. I'm so fancy.
It is
Hold up.
time, ladies and gentlemen.
I know this ain't the segment, but I need to get ready for some more of your nonsense.
Cracking open that Celsius early. Is that a cosmic you got? What do you got there? Is that a galaxy? Oh, galaxy. Okay.
Galaxy.
To Tickle Leroy's. But first, we got a weather update, Leroy, for the Demesman and Dover Law
Sure
Firm.
can.
Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
I gotta tell you, I'm looking outside and I can't see a cloud, right? Which is cool. I'm guessing it's a little bit cooler or maybe not as humid, but I don't see any clouds anywhere. Slight breeze. I can't tell you what direction is coming from because, well, there's nothing that I can see moving. And I'm going to say it's about 85 to 90 degrees. Normally it's been in the upper 80s to lower 90s. I would say the wind is moving about 10 to 15, though. I see some trees that just gave me the signal.
Oof. How you do, Frog Boy?
Currently in Leroy's area, they have it listed at 92 degrees.
No way! I was wrong. Sorry. Without a cloud in the sky and nothing moving, that means that it's still hot as hell.
Plenty of sunshine, hot, high of 92. So apparently that's what it is right now.
Oh, wait.
Winds coming out of
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
east
whoa.
at
Whoa.
per hour.
We have reached our high at 11:50.
Yeah, I don't trust them. On Google, it says that it's 88. On weather.com, it says it's 92.
We have a weather quibble.
Weather quibble. I'm going to go with Leroy.
Me too. Leroy, tonight. The Marlins take on the Diamondbacks. 9:40. 3-game series.
First of
Took
all,
your fancy?
First of all, I want to punch you in the face. If you think that I'm going to stay up to watch Marlins baseball.
Fancy, not tickled.
Correct, Marcos. You made a correct assumption.
Huh.
Stop playing with my emotions.
I apologize.
I got all
Tonight.
excited.
Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Wolves and Mavericks at 8:30. Tickle your fancy?
I'll be in and out of that. So I'll say, yeah, it tickles my fancy.
Perusing the intermissions.
The intermissions, because, I mean, damn, the intermissions alone.
Oh, my God.
Especially for, when you get to like the crazy thing when we play playoff games, the halftimes are twice as long. Right? So you sitting in the locker room going, how much longer?
That's where we got to wait for this.
And the Super Bowl is like 30 minutes.
Man.
You know, normally halftimes are like 12 to 15 minutes.
All I know is at the end of last year's halftime, Usher looked exhausted.
Oh, because, I mean, dude.
Did great, though.
Dude, it was an awesome show, but he never stopped moving.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
And he's 45?
Yep. And he had roller skates.
Oh, by the way, Fargus, why is he famous? He's Huggy Bear's dad. Huggy Bear's son from Starsky and Hutch.
Oh.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah.
Leroy, tonight.
What's up? Come on. Come with it.
At 8 o'clock.
Don't do it.
From Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Florida Panthers take on the New York Rangers.
Yes.
Take your fancy?
Very much so, because here's what's amazing about this. The way they put it on them in the first game, or the first 5 minutes of this game, the most important 5 minutes, just to see
how they respond,
how they come out, and how the Panthers respond, right? Because look, I'm not a must-win guy. You can't lose the first two at your own place.
It's tough. It's tough sledding.
Right.
Tough sledding if you do that.
But
Tomorrow night.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Yes.
We'll get into more cat talk coming on up here from Paul Maurice. Tomorrow night, Leroy, game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and Pacers. Boston is up 2-0.
No.
Nah.
And can I just go back to the Panthers game?
Sure.
I've never been one to do this, but you Knicks fans have done this to me. Right? You come out complaining about your injuries and this and that and blah, 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 blah. So now I want the Panthers to bury the Rangers just so you can be twice as miserable.
You know we were injured. Boo-hoo. You know. Boo-hoo. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous.
Tobin, don't stop. Don't get me going.
Oh, wait.
You know we were injured.
Oh, get out of here, dude. Speaking of injured, well, not injuries, but rest. Tomorrow night, Leroy, late, the Pinks visit Vancouver at 10:30. No Messi. No Busquets.
Hey.
No Suarez. All resting to a sold-out crowd of 55,000 in Vancouver.
No Messi, no Suarez, no Busquets, no Leroy.
Fancy that.
Like, don't y'all act like
Tickled.
Don't act like y'all ain't say the same thing I just said.
Do you think like Vancouver calls me? Can we get one of them? One? No.
Oh,
sorry.
you know what they
Tata
Vancouver
says no.
said we're giving free hot dogs.
That's what they said?
Yeah, they're giving free kids meals to.
Man. That's
but
tough.
you notice we ain't giving no money back. Is that like unlike any other sport? So if New England came down here without Tom Brady.
Yep.
Right? If Kansas City comes without Mahomes.
Yep.
If the Lakers came and LeBron didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You still went to the games. Right? Like like you were discouraged, but you still went.
Yeah, NBA is a bad one. NBA is a bad one where that's happening, and especially because they charge more for the good games. They do.
Right. But not like this, dude. 55,000? Right?
Mm.
And you don't bring, none of your players. And I get, look, I'm gonna be fair. If you Tata, you don't give a rat's ass what what these guys' schedule is. You know
Not
they
Tata's
got
problem.
Right. It's not his problem. Right? Because like they don't sell the tickets like Messi couldn't play. And you know damn well he gonna go and play he gonna go play some European stuff with his country. So yeah. And the Olympics are coming up. I'm surprised there's not more guys, but here's the problem. Nobody else has those bigger stars on their team to worry about them going play in the Olympics.
Yeah. Crazy.
I feel bad for the 55,000 though. 55,000, and you get to see.
Though Messi's a little bit like Messi, he's now and can do no wrong. Like if he didn't want to go to international, and just wanted to play for the Pinks, like no one would.
Right. But not play for his country.
Yeah, because I've
They take that crap serious.
Messi sources have told me, and that's just my Argentinian friends who are just like, nah, he can do no wrong.
Okay.
He's already won it. That being said, I mean, Vancouver. Don't you guys like hockey?
Not anymore.
Your sport, Vancouver.
Even though Vancouver had an MLS team, it was just getting over Montreal having one.
Right.
Anyway,
you see, Toronto just got a WNBA team.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yep. Spreading like wildfire. It's good to see. Take a break. Hear from Paul Maurice. Little cat talk coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hope everybody's getting ready for a little cat action tonight. We're getting frisky on a Friday night. Game 2, Eastern Conference Finals. Why'd you guys get weirdly silent on that?
Because you're pulling an Adele today.
What do you mean?
Adele.
How am I pulling an Adele? I would love to know.
Well, you defended Klay Thompson, so that was one. I talk about frisky Friday nights. Just strange.
But how's that mailing it in? I mean, I gave you an entire breakdown of the Dolphins schedule here into distinct categories.
That is true.
And by the way, I did that with a mere commercial. It's not like I had that prepared. So
wow. SGs, CSGs, PSGs, CFGs, and TCBs.
We also talked how Tuddies are Tuddies. I don't really understand what, whatever.
They weren't Tuddies when I was scoring them.
That's a good point.
I was a touchdown vulture.
You know what, dude? You take that up with K-Fan, whoever was doing who was ever doing sports radio back in the day. I wouldn't have said that. You know what I would have said? Tuddies are Tuddies.
Tuddies are Tuddies. He's a real PP, that guy.
I got like 50 more touchdowns than anybody else in that building.
Huh.
Agreed.
Never doubted you.
I think people don't like. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Who wouldn't love Leroy Horde in fantasy? I mean, I guess the guy going against
I
you
was the guy who had Robert Smith.
Yeah, that guy would hate you.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know what to tell you.
Robert would run for 115 yards, and I run for 30 with 2 touchdowns to get more points than him.
I was gonna say that's more points right there.
Listen, all respect to Robert Smith, he didn't quite have the nose for the end zone you did,
or the ass.
Exactly, dude.
He was built a little wiry.
Here was Paul Maurice yesterday after practice.
It's a fantastic sense of what's needed because you can read the game and read the play. And in the game that you're talking about, Kulikov, I think, was suspended for that, and possibly both Forsling and we were down 3 defensemen. So what we needed was a real smart game from our offensive guys, right? Those are the guys that you need to recognize that we're a little short-staffed that night. That's what he does, right? Big games. He seems, and this is his whole career, not just even with Florida, he seems to be able to elevate to understand what's needed.
Hey, Coach. We've talked so much about just your guys' ability to limit shots on goal and be able to suppress the opponents. Second period yesterday, you guys had, I think it was a 14-minute stretch without allowing a shot on goal. You had it a few times in Boston. What's impressing you most about the team still being able to do that and potentially elevate it, especially as the rounds get deeper and you're facing the top-tier talent as you guys keep going?
I think.
Can somebody give that guy some oxygen?
Oh, my God.
Why isn't he breathing? Why isn't he breathing?
Woo!
A lot of words in that question.
No, but why didn't he take a breath?
Based off of last time considered, based off of if you weighing in all the factors that are determining that was crazy.
All right,
both teams are good defensively. There wasn't a lot of great offense, and if you're looking at 8 chances based on the 2 breakaways they got, they may have had the edge because it's a grinder both ways. From the bench level, it doesn't feel that the game was shut down at any point. And there were a couple of stretches, I think, in the Tampa series and in the Boston series that I thought we felt from the bench. It felt like we had the game locked down. That they weren't going to get much in a block of time, right? They're too good at teams for you to think, okay, we're gonna win this game. I didn't feel that last night because of the speed of it. So even if the puck doesn't get to the net, I think you guys, both teams had 19 missed net. That's not just a missed shot. That's just enough of a lane being taken away from the shooter that you're missing the net. So we had a block of time last night where they didn't get one on goal. That doesn't mean they weren't very dangerous in that block of time. And the style of this series with the speed going up and down the ice, I don't think they're ever going to get real comfortable that you've got, you're in control. Certainly in the middle of part of the ice. I mean, even with offensive zone time that we had, there was a break at the end of it, and boom, they're going on a breakaway. So maybe that's just the coach. He needs to do more breathing exercises on the bench, but it didn't feel like we had the game shut down in any way.
Do you think he was taking a shot there when he says breathing exercises?
That's what I was thinking, because holy smokes. dude, after he was done with that question, if he would have collapsed, I would have understood. Right?
You want to know how dangerous New York was, dude?
How dangerous?
Not dangerous enough. That's how dangerous they were.
Hey, I told you, you thought that game was well in hand, but I'm like,
I really wasn't nervous. I don't know. I just thought
game, like I'm telling you, we just saw the Panthers win by a ball going sideways between somebody's legs and in the corner.
They don't got Bob.
All right.
We got Bob. Love Bob. Forecast. Get to the rest of our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Yahoo Sports, they report league executives, according to their league executive sources, they believe Jimmy Butler is going to remain with the Miami Heat into next season. No Jimmy Buckets trades coming, according to their league executive sauces.
Which means absolutely nothing.
It really does. I mean, they have no idea. I mean, it really depends if Pat Riley is going to say, hey, Jimmy, I'll give you the extension. And then Jimmy's going to have a decision to make. Am I cool with that? Do I make a stink?
Why?
Why what?
So let me get this straight. This is not like football where you want to get that extension before your contract is up because you're putting it on the line and something could happen and you don't have that extension. I'm not even going there. Jimmy's going to be mad because they won't give him $60 million for 1 year.
Yep.
Based on what? On last year?
No, I would say based on his career.
Okay, but Pat doesn't do that.
That's fine, but like
your greatest,
I'm not
greatest player you've ever had, he wouldn't do that to.
I understand, Leroy, but that doesn't mean that's going to change Jimmy Butler's opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. But just because you feel that way or Pat Riley feels that way,
but
doesn't mean Jimmy Butler's going to feel that way.
Here's what I'm struggling with, and I get that's just the sport, and so I'm not mad at Jimmy, but here's what I get caught up on. So you would make a stink and not play for the $45 million they're paying you because they won't give you 60 in 2 years.
Well, he's not going to not play. It's not like he's going to hold out.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
But is he gonna be like, well, then trade me someplace that'll give me the money? Yeah, we see that play out.
Okay,
that definitely plays out in the league. That's what happened to him in his last stops. Wait, you're not
going
to pay me?
It was a lot earlier.
Well, that's fair. It is a different stage of his life.
You're a different stage of
but
life. But
they've never dealt with it.
You just played 60 games and you weren't available for the playoffs.
But it's a different stage of his life. But it's not an issue that he'd have ever faced with him before. They've never had an issue with paying him his money.
Right, but he also wasn't going to be 37. Like, at some point, doesn't the age thing matter?
It for sure matters. It definitely matters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jimmy can't come to the table, and I'm saying we can't get mad at the Heat if Jimmy comes to the table and says, pay me $60 million when I'm 37.
But negotiations happen with leverage. Like, if you're Jimmy Butler, right?
Uh-huh.
Agree or don't agree. Do you want to go into a prove it year? Yeah, maybe he'll be motivated. Maybe he won't be. Jimmy Butler does have the option if he wanted to. He doesn't have to come back to the Heat after this year.
Right.
He could play this year. He could opt out and say, see ya. I'm going to another team that'll give me a fat 2-year deal. Like, if he's amazing this year.
Right.
He could tell the Heat, screw you guys. You had your opportunity to lock me down.
And he would say, thank you for that year. Have a good one.
Really?
Again,
that's kind of the role of the, like, it's easy to, I think I get the fears of it, of everybody going out there and saying, hey, he's going to be 37. You're seeing his free throw rate decline, his finishing numbers at the rim down. This was at year 30, this was year 34, going to be 35 this year. So can you expect it to continue to decline? Will he be better because he had a full summer off? Will he be rejuvenated? I don't know. That's kind of the roll of the dice of it. But if the Heat go into it and say, hey, prove it, Jimmy Butler could stand on business and be like, all right, this is my last year with you guys, one way or another. And maybe that'll be fine. Maybe that'll work out for the Miami Heat. But, maybe it'll work. Like, what if he does prove it that, Jimmy Butler does have a lot left in the tank, and then you lose him for nothing?
I got you. Like, I get it. But again, I'm curious to know. I think Pat Riley could live with that, right? But can fans live with that and understand that, hey, they decided they weren't going to give him a contract right now for $60 million for an additional year, and he decided to walk because we wouldn't do it? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, is anybody going to have a problem with that? If that's what it ends up being, you're going to have a 36-year-old leaving.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what he does this year, right? Like, if he shows
I don't think it matters, though.
Why not?
Because even if he has one of his better years, right? So if Jimmy has an awesome year, he's going to average 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 to 6 assists, right? That's a good year for Jimmy. How far is that going to get you? Unless you have another guy. Look around the league. So to pay him $60 million and not have the ability.
I will say, Leroy, one thing that I don't agree with you on with him, because you keep doing this thing where he's not a go-to guy. In the playoffs, he is. His numbers, all of them skyrocket scoring-wise in the playoffs. If the Heat build better around him and Bam, which they have flagrantly fouled in doing, they have done and I cannot mince words with this.
Right.
The Miami Heat have done a piss poor job giving those two guys the support they deserve.
Right.
They really have.
The players to compliment them.
Yes. They have done a bad job.
Or they chose not to play those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever. They haven't done a good enough job as a front office to give those guys what they've supported. Because what Jimmy has gotten you, you can't say he hasn't done everything on his end of the bargain once it's mattered. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying if I'm talking to Pat Riley right now, I'm telling him, like, hey, you could do things around this. We've seen other teams. Luka and Kyrie were not in the playoffs last year.
But they just got together.
I understand they just got together, but the Miami Heat have been further than those guys. They've been to where they've been 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of, maybe you could say, hey, this is going to be one last great year. Odds are after 36, this is going to fall off a cliff. But then the other side of me is thinking to myself, like, this guy has given you a lot of great. He has held up his end of the bargain. Trust him to do it. Give him his 1 year. Do right by him like you didn't do with D Wade. We don't have to freaking worry about it. And let's have some fun, baby.
And I look at it this way. If you didn't do right by D Wade, what other player coming through that door will garner or warrant?
Nobody can. Nobody can. But shouldn't you learn the lesson? Like, shouldn't D Wade, like, if Pat Riley had tea with D Wade, right? I don't know why I have them having tea like they're British. But imagine they're sitting down for some tea this week.
Wait a minute. They were dressed like genies dancing through a hallway, and you got them drinking tea?
Imagine they're drinking tequila together. And he goes, you're gonna do this again. Like, D Wade's gonna go, you're not gonna do this again. And if this is what I would tell him, I'd be like, hey, who cares? You're gonna be 83. What do you care? Just do it.
Can I ask?
Why not erase the headache?
Question? Do you think this is sustainable for 2 more years after this year?
No, most likely that year's gonna hurt.
So at what point do you have to think as an organization? And you see what I mean? That's where I go back and forth, right? I look at it like D Wade is the only player in this organization, in this franchise, that I thought deserved what Jimmy Butler is asking for.
Agreed. But
I'm not mad at Jimmy Butler for asking for it. I'm not even mad that he get upset about it.
But I also
is
think
it worth the investment to give somebody $60 million at 37 years old after he only played 60 games?
Dade South says, while he Coyote never knows when to cut bait. Well, then the cartoon would be over.
So just answer that question. He just played 60 games.
Yep.
And was banged up and couldn't play in the playoffs. And you're gonna jump in and give him 60 more million for an additional year?
I'm not so worried. It's not the injuries that really concern me as much because he's had those since he was 29 here, right? But
again,
it is
another reason why not to do it.
Yeah, but like you forget about all of it when it does pay off. Like it's a great elixir.
You think Pat Riley is looking at it as what the payoff is for me is championships?
I think that these front offices get crazy with like they don't want to get burned, and I feel like what's going to burn you more?
How is letting a 37-year-old walk burning you?
Because he's not just a 37-year-old. Like he's been as Pat Riley just said, the biggest needle mover in their franchise for the last 5 years.
Correct.
He's not just a 37-year-old. He's not Kyle Lowry.
I'm not questioning any of that. And I don't know what the answer is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the answer is. But I'm just gonna say, I understand if somebody is a little hesitant to just throw 60 millions in an additional year right after a guy wasn't there in the moment you needed him the most for whatever reason.
Yeah, and that's why Jimmy's side is going to try and press on all things because they don't know either, right? Like they want to go at this. They don't want to have a year where they look even older.
And so what happens? And what happens if you can go out and get one of these scorers? Like Jimmy is a Hall of Fame basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with Jimmy at his best, this team still struggled scoring the basketball. You need a bona fide scorer. A guy that when he rolls out of bed can get you 30 on any given night. That's not Jimmy. That's never been who he's been. Look at all the teams that are still playing.
Yeah, but again,
you still think you can win differently.
If you build the roster better around him, I think you can.
I still think you need scoring.
Take a break.
I still think you need scoring.
One thing that is an issue that we got to get to. Somebody's made a very critical error on the Heat, and we cannot skip not talking about this today. That's next. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy take you up until 2. Mix it up coming up later on this hour. Gotta get to this quickly.
Hello, Jennifer.
Oh, hello.
You, what is that? That's out here. What you know? Is that flowers?
These are flowers.
Wow.
I did
what
this
happened?
for you.
Yeah,
What is it, like Easter?
First
So I
flowers.
was
First,
cleaning
first,
out my closet.
first
I found
goth
it.
Crocs,
Oh.
and now flowers. What's going on with you?
Did you find some skeletons in there you want to share?
No, I threw out a lot of school shirts. Yeah.
Wait, I said skeletons, and you said, yeah, I threw out a lot of school shirts.
No, skull.
Oh.
Same thing.
Let's go. What's next for you? You're gonna go like to the gardening section of Home Depot? You got a whole thing going on right now. What are you like in a full spring mood?
No, the next
Crocs
time we
and
see
flower
her,
shirts?
she's gonna be wearing skirts.
I do like sports.
No, wait, you can't wear those with your boots.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh boy.
I'll make
Well,
it work.
She's not the only one changing her look. I'm a little disturbed by this. But apparently a member of the Heat has changed their look as well.
Oh,
I'm not too fond of this. Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Got rid of his hair?
Not his hair, his facial hair.
Oh,
Gross.
let's see.
Dude. Not looking good.
Jaime, you know, looking at you right now, you look like how you looked in the 7th grade. What happened to your facial hair, bro?
Honestly, it was kind of just it was an impulse decision this morning. I was just looking at my face, and I was talking with my girlfriend, and she dared me. She's like, I bet you won't shave it. And I said, I will. And it was just kind of happened this morning. So you guys are the first to see this. I didn't think this was going to be happening. So, you know, this is what I look like.
Unlike them, Jaime, I'm really good at recognizing when somebody's on the run. So whatever you did, man, just, you know, turn yourself in, brother. It ain't worth it, okay? I'll tell you what else you got to do. The one thing you got to do is put the mustache and the goatee back. After seeing that picture and seeing you now, I want you to put it back. You proved your point. You're not afraid. You're not afraid to do anything, and that's a good place to be. But I want you to put it back as soon as you can.
Man,
it's not lying. Dude. It is
I
not
agree.
It's not a good look. It's not.
You know what happened? You know what? Sometimes when you get rid of all your facial hair, it makes the bottom half of your face look fat. So he looks. See how it kind of looks fat. He don't look as slim.
His thing is the whole look. He's one wick, you know, like that's his thing.
He tainted the look.
He's 20-some years old. He could grow it back in a week.
I
I
don't
know.
like this. I don't like
Hey,
this.
Based
first
off
of all,
of this,
think about this. Hold up. Let me explain something to you. You see this right here? You know why this is here?
Why?
Because Big Spoon said, I like you better with the goatee.
Hmm.
That's it. So you don't know what he got going on at his house.
What do you mean? He just explained it. He said
I
he
know
was
he
scared.
explained it. And guess what? Look at him, bald face.
He don't look like Jaime. Looks like James Intangibles.
You've been with Jaime for a minute. What do you know what Jaime looks like?
I like you.
Not like that.
when he takes off his facial hair, much more tradable.
Wait, wait. Here's
Very true.
The
He looks like
the funniest
Cleveland.
part of that is Kevin Hart goes, put it back. Like he just go reach into his pocket.
Kevin Hart's just like, fix it, dude.
Yeah.
You made your point.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
made
back.
your point. So,
What a weird excuse. Like
it
there
is
has to be
funny.
something
Wait,
else, dude.
it's funny that somebody is making fun of somebody that cut their facial hair off that can't grow facial hair.
Who? Marcos?
You.
Oh, I could grow if I
You
want
can't
to.
even
but-
point at Marcos. Look
J-Fig got more facial hair than you.
Dude, I could
Look
look.
at my
I could,
eyebrows. I
I
have
could
more
look
hair on
like
my eyebrows than your face.
I could look like Jaime Jaquez if I wanted to. I choose not to.
Really?
No.
I like the way I look. I'm not going to be badgered into some
It'll
kind of
slim-
fashion
it-
statement.
No, it'll slim your face down a little bit.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I just shamed you.
He just accidentally shames everywhere he
Wait,
goes.
wait.
Accidentally do anything.
Why is anybody getting on me with what this man has put me through for the first 2 hours of this show.
What you
Well,
talking
you
about?
shamed Jaelan Phillips too.
That's why I'm here to save you.
I don't understand what the issue is. I choose not to have facial. If I wanted to look like a wolf, I could. But you know what,
dared
Mrs. Tobin?
yourself to never have facial hair.
Mrs. Tobin goes because she doesn't put me into stupid dares. She likes to rub the smooth baby butt cheeks. She goes, brr, brr, brr. Instead, if I was just to have like wolf hair, like some disgusting mongrel, like I don't want to do that.
He's making fun of you, Marcos.
How does it feel?
And Leroy.
Hey, let me ask you a question. How does it feel to be a grown-ass man that can't grow facial hair?
Dude, again, you're saying fallacy.
I had a mustache when I was 13.
That's great.
How does it feel to be a fully grown
I wouldn't
male,
know because I could grow facial hair.
Male, I have some aunts that have more facial hair than you.
Dude, listen, you're saying things that are not true right now. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, listen. I got some aunts that got vehicular homicide.
I go through more razors in a week than a barber, dude. Like I'm like all the time.
Are you the reason there's a shortage in promotions? Is that what's going on?
You still have your beginner shaver kit because you haven't used it.
You're just saying things that aren't true. That's okay. You're lashing out today. I understand.
I'm not lashing out. I'm speaking facts.
You're upset with Tuddies, but I'm gonna stick to what I am. You're not gonna pressure me into doing anything.
Into your roster. Oh. Here's the deal, right?
He won't.
He won't. Right? Because he says if I wanted to, I could. Meanwhile, I haven't seen, as long as I've known this man, I haven't seen as much as a whisker on his face.
I'm a very groomed
Nobody
man.
shaves that much. Sometimes you just have a rough weekend and you come in and you got a little growth.
Not me. Brush my teeth, shave, take care of business, dude.
You wear flip-flops.
So? Old school. Florida's hot. Why would I want facial hair in a climate like this?
Pretty sure your toes have more hair than your face.
Yes. Knuckle hair.
Whip them out.
Knuckle hair.
Knuckle hair. You got more knuckle hair than you have underneath on top of your lip.
You guys are out here. You want me to look like a homeless person?
No.
Don't think you should.
I do.
Wait, listen. As long as I've known you, I haven't even seen essence of hair on your face.
You're right, because I take care of myself. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
You're not that good. Dude, you're not
I am that good. I am that good, dude. I am that good.
Dude, you worked out in a suit.
Yeah, so?
That's not really?
I lost a bet.
So
look, I did it by choice.
Won the work.
And our next wager is going to be you growing facial hair.
Oh, doesn't matter.
He won't do it. He will not agree to it.
He's gonna right.
If you guys want me to look like a heathen, I suppose I could, but I mean, it's just not how I choose to look.
Look at the words.
I think by the time you get this much under your chin, I'll have grandkids.
Well, I mean, I could do that by the end of the end of the show. If we had more show today, I'd already look like that.
If you put some tape on some hair,
I gotta be honest with you, it's already getting itchy from this morning.
Oh,
Get up close. I don't believe you.
Yeah, no, it's not, dude. You don't even have. Listen, I've checked your face.
You're innocent to scratches.
You have
face.
no chance of growing facial hair because usually people that shave a lot, you can see the outline of the beard. You don't even have that.
Well, I'm I'm light on my roots,
So dark hair, dude.
I don't have dark hair. Like on my roots.
You know what?
When it does grow in, it's multicolored.
You are clearly talking about hair like you've never had it. Wow, somebody said you look like Hagrid with a beard.
People who have beards are just idiots. I don't know what to tell you.
So you're beard shaming now?
Beard shaming.
Yeah, I mean they're just like they're trying to hide something.
What are they trying to hide?
Look at some idiot like Ryan Fitzpatrick, right?
Hey, there he goes.
There we go.
Go ahead and mention James Harden too, please.
He's got a point there.
Have you seen a picture with James Harden without facial hair?
You got a point for me.
He needs to always keep his facial hair.
You're trying to show something that you're lacking. That's why pirates had beards, right?
Ah, yes.
Oh, no. You sure? Because they didn't have a bic they could carry around with them?
Oh, pirates could shave if they wanted to shave, dude. Everybody knows that.
How did Captain Hook shave?
He did it. He had Mr. Smee do it.
Who's this?
Mr. Smee.
You
guys don't remember Peter Pan?
Cartoon trivia.
Mr. Smee.
Yeah. Mr. Smee, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's a guy.
He goes, there's a guy. Dude, His
Look at
random information, right? Random information is crazy.
We'll take a break. Mix things up coming up next. Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. Going into a holiday weekend. Hope everybody enjoys their long weekend and enjoys themselves. But one thing that always is enjoyable each and every day is the mixed bag. Which is brought to you by Broward Health. Well, into your future. What do you got today for us, Kermit?
Alrighty then. Let us start it off with a former Heater. Former Heat head coach, that is. Stanley Vanley Gundy.
Oh, well, listen, I hope this is him answering for his crimes.
Well, this is him egregiously saying that the Mavs have the best offensive backcourt of all time.
Dallas, they have two guys that are pretty electrifying as well.
Yeah, and Minnesota's top-rated defense is going to be challenged trying to slow them down. Arguably the best offensive backcourt in the history of the NBA in Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
Did you say history?
In the history of the NBA.
I mean, he did say arguably.
Yeah, it's a little wiggle room. You know.
He gave himself some wiggle room.
Wait.
Take a page out of your book.
Yeah.
You are notorious for jumping at somebody for saying something like that. And now you're saying he left some wiggle room?
It's a little himself some wiggle room. What's the problem with what he said?
I mean, it's his opinion. He can say whatever he wants.
Let's get back to the real issue, which is how does he keep Bam Adebayo off both of his all-NBA all-defense ballots? How about that one, Stan?
All right.
Where were you on that one? Where's your historical argument for that one, Stan? No wonder Shaq wanted you out of here.
Wow.
That's terrible.
That's where Leroy draws the line.
What?
Well, all right. Well, even though he was talking about the best offensive,
not first team, not second team, and there's not a third team. So where did Stan put him?
All right. Stan Van Gundy claims Kyrie and Luka may be best offensive backcourt. Tobin responds with answer for your crimes on where you put down. Great.
Ridiculous, dude.
All right.
Not enough yapping with your historical context. What about current events?
You think he voted for Sabonis as well?
Aren't we all creatures of the moment though?
I would say
with only 4 teams left and not seeing the rest of the league play and only seeing those 4 teams to come to that conclusion without having to think about but just the 4 teams, right? We do the same thing.
Let's see who this Stan Van Gundy had on his
for Stan's sake, please do not vote for Sabonis. Please have not voted for Sabonis.
Right, Stan Van Gundy, first team.
I'm nervous for
Rudy Gobert, Herb Jones, Victor Wembanyama.
Why him? Why is that where you draw the line?
That's defense, though.
Yeah. So many damn names. I can't even keep up with what's on the grid. Don't worry. Continue on the mixed bag. I'll get to it.
Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it basketball for now. This one's going to bother us a little bit. Jaylen Brown, also not selected to the
All. Derek White and Drew Holiday first team? Both of them? I mean, what are you, Stan O. Van Gundy?
Rough. All right, Jaylen Brown. Speaking of the Celtics.
Jaylen sucks!
Oh, okay. I'm not going to get through this, am I?
Dylan Brooks? Hey, Stan, let me get this straight, dude. So the only guys you got there are the only big guys you have in the entire league are Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. Whatever, dude. You know what? I disagree with his argument. I don't even disagree with the take, but the fact that he made the argument, I'm off it. That's off a ship on Stan Van Gundy. Is that the segment we're doing?
We're not doing that right now.
We could.
We're not doing that.
Jalen Suggs is a better defender than Bam Adebayo. Are you effing kidding me?
Wow.
You were the one defending the Rockets earlier. I'm just saying.
Not anymore, dude. He put 2 Celtics on the all-defensive team? Oh, a team that was notorious for offense all year. Let's put them on the all-defensive team. It makes sense. Ridiculous. Over Bam Adebayo. What were you saying, Marcos?
Jaylen Brown not voted to the All-NBA team, but he doesn't care.
Was there any motivation for you after hearing that you didn't make an All-NBA team?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
What?
I mean, we 2 games from the finals, so honestly, I don't got the time to give a.
Wow,
that ain't in the questions. Hey, you throwing the cuss word. That ain't in the whole questioning.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. What he should have said was, I just signed a contract for $300 million. What is all NBA gonna do?
Yeah, he's good. Doesn't matter.
Right.
He made it last year.
Right. So, like,
he's good.
What is if he makes it this year? How's it going to change? What is going to change? Nothing. And by the way, if I may, can we get one of those?
What?
That guy that could go 40.
Oh dude, now you're Mr. I can't dribble with my left hand. You're
he still scored 40.
You're being
wait.
Leroy.
Everybody in the league knows Jalen can't go left.
Leroy.
Why is he still scoring?
Now you're doing it with him. Come on.
Anybody, dude. Anybody.
Dude.
Look.
Can I just say though?
First time
your point is but your point's a little silly when you have a guy who's done it to their team more than he's done it to their team.
Done it to their team.
Can I just, as currently constructed, if everybody's healthy, can the Heat win a championship?
Probably not currently as constructed. Jimmy's not the problem on that.
Why is that?
Because of the guys around Jimmy and Bam.
Because of the scoring.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Like, why are you so shocked at me saying, "Wow"?
I'm not shocked by a lot of things. I'm not shocked by a lot of things, but you're pining for Jaylen Brown, dude.
Anybody? I don't care his name. His name could be Daffy Duck. Can he score 40?
All right.
Oh.
Go ahead, Marcos.
I want one. Sorry.
You're being a child.
All right, I got one more NBA.
Longhorn, Leghorn. Oh, that was a 40 spot on your ass. Now that you care.
Is that true?
I say 40.
Whoa, that's good.
Yes, anybody.
Howdy, boy.
Okay. Well, Podcast P. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
Yeah, he's going to be on the 76ers next year.
Oh, is he? Oh, that you're talking about playoff P.
Yep.
I'm talking about Lou Williams, who's not.
Oh,
yeah, he's not Podcast P. He's Lemon Pepper Lou.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yes, but he actually, speaking of Podcast P, has his own podcast now, Lou Williams, and it is with Spank Horton. Everyone knows who that is, right?
No. Who would nickname himself Spank?
No idea, but nonetheless, on this Lou Williams podcast, he details a James Johnson story from his time in Toronto that just further confirms that James Johnson may be the scariest person in the NBA.
Actually knocked the out for me before, man, for no reason at all. He real black belt, like ain't no street shit.
Right.
This is I will kick your face off.
I know that.
Bro, we in this club and we party and everything is cool. But a dude walked up to me. He was trying to show me some love. But I guess he was a little too excited for James' liking. So the dude like, yo, Lou Will, what's up, man? Boom! Hit his ass.
Whoa, hit him.
We both looked at Buddy. James said, all right, man, I'm gonna f with you. I'm out of here. Gave me a dap and casually walked out the club.
So he just said, what's up, Lou, kind of loud. That was it?
It was a trigger. It must have been a trigger.
I thought maybe somebody stepped to you or something.
No problem. I'm scared to see if it's an actual problem. We was on the team and the coach wasn't playing us. So I used to be at the end of the bench like, they want my goal. Shout out to James. I wanted to give my brother his proper respect.
James Johnson, scariest man in the NBA?
Probably.
Oh, no. Was it James Johnson that told the story about his brother and his dad?
Yep. Yeah, his dad
he
was
told
a
the
black
story that they have a thing that if you want to challenge somebody, y'all do it in the ring. And his dad had a problem with one of his brothers disrespecting him. So they got in the ring, and you know how they bend over the fight. So the son, the brother bent over, and the dad uppercut him. Now you want to show me respect? So
wow, that's not fair.
wait, no, everybody in the family can fight, even the mom. So that family. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mess with none of them.
Imagine getting knocked out for saying hello to your favorite athlete, though.
It's tough.
That's tough.
You know what? You know what? Don't come up there with that aggression.
He was just happy. He was drunk in the club. Lou Williams, and then just knocked out.
You got to come up with saying it kind of cute. Lemon pepper Lou.
Gotcha.
All right, we'll take a break.
Wait a minute. Why is Dave South telling me what it's called? Oh, now all of a sudden you a ninja? You a ninja now, Dave South?
Jesus Christ.
You the only stuff you know is Tybo. The hell out of here. He giving me vernacular on what stuff is called and how I'm supposed to a bow. Now I'm not taking that from you.
Take a break. Could be something.
Oh hell. Let me go get another Celsius and mix it with some Jack or something, because here we go.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that? What's going on in Utah?
It could be something, could be nothing.
What is the meaning of it, Watson? What is the object of this?
Could be something, could be nothing.
Why would they do that?
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
Can Pink Panther score 40?
Who?
Pink Panther.
I don't know. Lanky.
Yep.
Agile.
Yep.
So let's get to our headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
This could be something.
Could
be nothing.
I'm telling you what. I'm getting about tired of your teasers. This better hit home.
Why? What's wrong?
You know what's wrong. Go ahead.
Biggest story of the Dolphins OTAs so far has been what?
Tua missing a day.
Exactly, Leroy.
Golfing with the enemy.
Who's the enemy?
It's college coach. I mean, I think it's a little.
So now he was Nick Satan every other time we talk about him. Now he's his college coach.
Just trying to help the kids, dude.
How convenient.
Well, Tua Tagovailoa posted something. Now, this could be something. Could be nothing. But on his Instagram, he posts. Very interesting, Leroy. Throw this up here, J-Fig. Posts on Twitter and on Instagram. Back at it with the boys. Now, Leroy, what do you make of that?
Nothing! You complain when he didn't go to practice. He sends a tweet saying, I'm back. And you now, what did you want me to read? What? Shut the hell up and be happy. He's back.
Seems to me like Tua is doing
in practice where it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, dude. I mean,
Then what's the problem? He's back. What's the problem?
Oh, I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just asking. This could be something. It could be nothing.
Wait. He showed up on Monday. He left to go play in the golf tournament. He came back. What's the big deal?
Seems to me, you know what he's trying to win, Marcos?
What's that?
The old PR battle.
Oh.
The old PR battle.
You can't win or lose.
Taking the reins by himself.
Excuse me.
This is a timely post.
Attention, jackass. You cannot
Very
win
strong.
a battle with something that's voluntary.
I didn't say win the OTA battle. I said win the PR battle.
The PR battle. So what? Half of the team's not there. Why are we making a big deal about this?
Well, Leroy,
I told you don't make a big deal about it before, and you did. Whoa! What if Tua doesn't show up? Oh, he's here. Okay. Oh no, he left on Tuesday. Oh no, he's back.
Fancy Tickle 305 says the pineapple shirt does not make Leroy as relaxed. Does not make Leroy more jovial. It does not. He has been very on edge with me today.
Do you think you part in this?
Yeah.
Like, why? I love the way he goes out of his way.
Forget what
He
you
goes
did
out
to
of
him?
his way to needle me, and then goes, "I don't like your attitude today." Very snippy.
I'm proud of Tua.
What is your role? Proud of
You,
what?
You're proud of him?
I'm
That
proud
he
of
went
Tua.
to work out in shorts.
Yeah, because you want to know why? This is how you stunt on your haters. You know, like Frog Boy over here.
What did you just say?
Oh, this is how you
He has
stunt on
haters?
your haters. So,
Stunt on your haters.
yeah, dude.
Really?
Because
Dude.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. No cap.
-1 for trying to be hip. and
-1.
Dude, stop.
What do you mean?
Stop.
Show poniness.
Stop. That is so bad. Will you? This is how
Fraud.
Yes. Right, dude. Let me tell you something. Because once you cross and go into Palm Beach County, you ain't using none of these phrases.
What are you talking about, dude?
Just what I said.
The 561?
That's right.
You know?
No, you're not.
Tuddies are Tuddies?
put those hands down.
What are you doing?
That's the 5-6-1, dude. 5-6-1.
Oh my God.
What is this? Doesn't even look.
Hey, I like to hold up a couple of fingers. Let me give you the double buds. Like, what are you? Look, dude. What? Can I just say, you are the only person I know that tries to be cool and make cool not cool.
I'm not trying to be cool. I think Tua is trying to stun on his haters, and that's all I'm trying to say. You know, Frog
How are you
Boy
going
over
to do
here.
that? Wait, do you understand?
Why do you keep putting Marcus?
Can I just say this?
You do it.
What if this was Tua's plan all along? You making it sound like they're getting on me. I better show up.
No, but Tua never really posts on social media, which is why this is interesting. When you want to stun on your haters, you make it at opportune times.
Can you please stop saying that?
Opportune times.
I'm black and you're making me feel uncomfortable.
That's fine.
Because that's not part of your vernacular.
Oh, it's
that's
my
new
dude, trust
word
me.
today, vernacular.
I'm telling you right now, it's interesting because you see how the Dolphins come out here on Instagram. Bring up the Instagram there, JFig.
Okay.
So the Dolphins, they put the little, Hawaiian thingy thing there. And for me, I think they knew because, Tua just got one on us, like he just popped one through the guard of winning the PR battle.
Wow. So they're
because
like,
let me tell you something about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
This report that came out, I think it was leaked by the Dolphins. Leaked by the Dolphins to make Tua seem greedy. And so you know what he did? He not only,
Wait,
and so
wait. Can I just say this? You haven't heard enough from Tua or heard Tua talk enough to know what kind of person he is?
Well, he didn't talk this week.
No, I'm just in 4 years, dude. Okay. It's just like I told you. Until he does it, I'm going to believe he's going to be consistent with who he's been.
Well, I agree with you, but you want to know something? You have to win the PR battle sometimes. You got to run up
No,
the
you
score.
don't.
Well, then why do you post? Score. You think he just wanted to let everybody know he's back at it with the boys?
Yeah.
We know. We saw the Dolphins tweet it out. We know. But he posted it, which lets you know, not only am I back at it with the boys, but for all you people that said I wasn't going to be here, here I am.
What if he was always planning to be here, though?
Maybe. But you would agree that now that we're in contract times, you want to win the PR
I
battle.
think this is stupid. I think this has always been stupid. I think how simple are we that a guy has spent 4 years building what kind of person he wants to be, and then in a Friday you said he's going to be something different than he's been for 4 years.
It's not different. It
is different.
But it's a
you
PR
said
battle.
he wasn't going to show up.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Then what did you say?
I said I thought he was going to show up. I said if he didn't show
why did
up,
we make a big deal about it on Friday?
Because it was a story.
Again, why are we making stories about people who have been consistent with who they are, and we are using that to make them different than who they've been?
Which is exactly why Tua comes out here and he posts that, doesn't he?
You said that he doesn't post all the time, but I went on his Instagram and he posts a couple posts every month. It's pretty consistent to me.
It's not consistent at all. Posting every couple of months? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You just box yourself in.
How did I box myself in?
Post every couple of months? You think that's a frequent poster?
Has 2.
How many of them are commercials?
Oh, that's a good point.
Put her in the box.
Whoa!
Has been boxed in.
Oh!
1 or 2 of them have been a commercial.
So now I gotta go 7 on the situation. What's in the box? What's in the box? Jennifer.
Take a break. Back after this.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQA. We're having fun, baby. What's wrong, Leroy?
You're having fun. He's not.
I don't understand why.
You know why. Stop acting like you know you're going to get off the radio today. You're going to feel
feeling
very,
uncomfortable.
Yes.
I don't think that's true at all.
You're going to say, I got him today.
That's not true, dude. I don't feel that way. I'm not trying to get anybody. I like to have some good banter back and forth, go into a holiday weekend, you know?
Banter. You know damn well if you talked about Tua going to voluntary practice that it wasn't going to be good banter.
I love Tua. Why would I want it to be bad banter for Tua? I actually respect Tua for what he's doing. As I was explaining to one of our listeners during the break, Menu 631, you know, it's a sweet science in the PR battle, all right? It's not just about getting in your hits. It's about not getting hit. So when he asked, so is he trying to turn people against the Dolphins? No.
Do you understand? This is how reporters do. They go to practice. They go, oh, Tua's here. Great. Nobody else is. All right, goodbye. Like, it doesn't matter. You're making a bigger deal about Tua being there or not being there, a bigger deal than it needs to be.
I'm not really talking about, but I'm not talking about him being there or not being there. I think it's fascinating that he's posting that he was there. Because what you're trying to do is, oh, you guys are trying to make it seem like I'm some selfish player. Well, watch this. Bink. And so you beat them to the punch.
Who tried to make him seem like it was being a selfish player?
Whoever was the leaky ship, you know, whoever was the rat who was leaking things to the media that he hasn't been there. Whoever that was, right? He's trying to exterminate them. Set his own little rat trap. Koosh. And now he's got him beat.
Who's been leading the charge with this nonsense?
Who?
I mean, he wasn't there. I'm just being honest.
I don't see an owl.
Well, I didn't write the article, so how did I lead the charge?
Because you haven't stopped. Once you realized it was over. Friday, when you read the article, blah, 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 blah. But when he showed up on Monday, that should be the end of it. Oh, well, I guess Tua's being who he's always been.
Well, so
here's my question. Here's why I get annoyed by this. Why, when you go out of your way to be a good dude, to be a responsible dude, to be a team leader, right? You go out of your way to never say one thing bad about anybody, to always toe the company line, right? Which Tua has done. That this is even a conversation as far as that man is concerned. He hasn't earned the right to, like, we know Tua's going to handle it like a gentleman. He earned that. He ain't been a malcontent. He ain't even trashed a coach who purposely went out of his way to ruin his career.
Yeah, he's definitely handled things.
And yet, the first practice of voluntary camp, we made such a big deal about it and just disregarded who this man was.
Who's disregarding anything?
The conversations we are having is as if you don't know what kind of person Tua is.
But you're going, but like you're
making an assumption. Okay, let me ask you something. Has Tua ever been a malcontent?
No.
So why would we even have conversations about, ooh, I wonder if Tua's going to show up and not because of his contract? When has he done something like that?
He hasn't.
So until he does it, why are we acting like it could happen? He's never done it. He's been here 4 years.
I agree. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do anything to make a stink.
Until proven otherwise that he's not. You know why? Because I got 4 years of evidence to determine what I think Tua's going to do tomorrow.
But you would agree that people, hold on. You would agree the perception of people of this situation is not sure if you should pay him or not, right?
Okay, but
do you think it's a debate?
Yes, whether you should pay him or not. But
okay.
What is Tua? What is our perception of Tua?
Tua's a class
plays
guy.
a role in this.
Tua is a class guy. But do you think
why are we treating him like a class guy?
Because class isn't going to get him paid.
So here, let me get this straight. So you think that a guy who has handled himself with class would break that to get paid?
No, I don't think he broke that. That's my point.
You thinking he will?
I don't know if he will, but the perception that was thrown out there by whoever leaked that report that he might not.
Right.
Whoever did it, I don't know who did it. This is my point.
Right.
I don't know who did it.
Right.
But whoever did and put that out there in the ether, now he's going on social media and be like, hey, mother bleepers, guess who was here? You don't find that fascinating for a guy who never posts on social media?
Oh, so you think...
Do you not get it?
His tweet or his Insta remarks were just replying to people that said or thought he wasn't going to show up.
Correct.
And you know what I would say? That's BS. Because you know what I have as history? I have history as the way that man has behaved. And the reason why it pisses me off so much is that we have taken a good guy, a guy that has handled himself as a gentleman, and gotten him mixed up in something that he had nothing to do with.
The only person who tweets less than Tua is you.
You wonder why?
No, I know why. You barely know how to function social media.
Wait,
but,
whoa!
I mean, I know why.
See what I mean?
I know why. But the only guy who tweets less than Tua is you. And this guy never tweets, and all of a sudden he's trying to put a little something out there. Be like, yeah,
again,
you guys.
You know what? There's certain things in this life that you earn. And what Tua has earned is that he is a stand-up guy. He handles himself like a gentleman, a team player, and a company guy. Until I see otherwise, I'm going to treat him as such. I'm not going to suggest he does anything. I'm not going to say he possibly could do anything. I'm not going to even think that he can do any other thing other than handle himself like a gentleman, like he's always done since he's been here. And I find it insulting to that man for anybody to think otherwise, to suggest otherwise, because he hasn't done anything to warrant that ever.
You're right, Marcos. Like, why? I hope you're taking lessons from what Leroy's saying.
Oh, well, hold on.
You have been burying this man since the season has ended like a real ingrate. So I think you should apologize to Tua.
Well, he's the one who promised that he wouldn't miss a day, and then all of a sudden, conveniently, has to go
for
play
the kids.
Golf.
For the
kids. I'm sure he just wasn't working on his handicap or whatever the heck those golf terms are.
Oh my goodness.
This guy's just trying to get a few more swings in any opportunity he can, and do it on company time as well. Disgusting.
Well, it's voluntary company time.
Well, that's true. Still getting paid though, right?
It's more like when our company tells us to go clean up a beach.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you think that's to clean up the beach or to look good?
I don't know. I did it one time and I was like, listen, there's no help in this beach.
So you're saying so you're comparing the beach cleanup to Tua and saying, is he doing it to practice or just to look good? So this is all a show. He is fighting against the PR, and he's a phony, more or less.
Converted.
I see it. I indeed see it.
There we go. This is like you know what? I'm a firm believer in this. It doesn't matter how good a person you are on this planet, that people are going to do what just happened to Tua. It doesn't matter. So you know what, everybody? Just go out and be a jackass. It don't matter. They're going to treat you like one anyway. Right?
Wow.
That guy, man, come on. You saw what he went through his first 2 years. Never said one bad thing about the organization or his situation. Right? Now he gets to this situation. We treat him like he's going to be a malcontent, like he's going to be a bum out there begging for money. Right?
There's a change scenario.
Here's the other guy we said that about, Christian Wilkins, right? And Christian Wilkins, he came in, he did the right thing.
Are you saying Christian Wilkins is going to be a Raider? That Tua is going to be a Raider?
No, I'm saying
crazy.
Throughout the whole situation, Christian Wilkins handled himself like a man, like a gentleman, right?
And left.
Even though he left, I'm not mad at him because guess what?
Hmm.
His last year, he gave everything. So if the Dolphins chose not to pay him, that's on them. That ain't on Christian Wilkins. He did his job. So, like, man, stop that mess with like you gotta find something. We gotta look for something. Tua ain't never did anything to warrant some of the comments and some of the articles that are being written about what he's gonna do.
He's never been in this situation. He's never been in a contract situation. So why would he?
He's been in a situation that's worse.
No, he had to be.
So telling me those first 2 years wasn't worse than waiting to get paid $50 million? Or
I don't care if it was worse. You're a rookie. Deal with it, chump.
What?
That's what it's like in the league.
Oh my!
You go too
That's
far.
what it's like.
You go too far, Frog Boy.
Yeah,
he was a rookie. Show up to OTAs. Show up to practice.
He did show up. He showed up, and then
Beard Boy outplay you.
Then he got railroaded.
Beard Boy was crying. Oh, my team. Oh. I hate that guy so much.
Wait. You know what, Marcos? You would have had a better argument if you had used Mike White.
Oh,
right. But the fact that you use Fitzpatrick, you got no support. You got zero support.
Is he still on the broadcast? They haven't fired him yet. I heard Greg Olson's upset that he's not the number one broadcaster. Get him over to Amazon. Get him that Bezos money instead of Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Greg Olson lost like $7 million or something apparently because
I would hate Tom Brady's guts for that.
Yeah, Greg Olson should have been at the roast.
Oh, that wouldn't have went well.
Well, maybe he could just show up with Giselle's trainer in a gi. That should be the move.
Okay.
What do you do? See what I mean? They're like,
Oh my
what are you doing?
Take a break. Play a little "You're Dead to Me" next.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by
You're dead to me.
All right. There is some people that head off into this weekend, huh? Person who's dead to me, the bread man. Artemi Panarin.
Yeah.
You may have gotten the better of Bob in past years and past matchups. And you guys think you're so cute, you're going to try and lull him in with your friendship, you know, because you guys used to dance on boats down here. But guess what, buddy? Brick Wall Bob is in the zone right now. So the bread man is going stale. Man. Dead to me, Artemi Panarin.
You are very froggy.
You're dead
Very
to me.
confident in Bob. He's in the zone right now.
All right. Being consistent with what I've been all day.
You're dead to me. Bum.
All you people, I'm including writers, television, radio, fans. All you people that are making a big deal about whether Tua shows up for these camps or these voluntary camps and trying to make a big story out of it, right? Kick rocks. That dude ain't did nothing wrong.
You're dead to me.
He has earned at least the right until otherwise shown that he will handle this situation like a gentleman. Now, I will tell you, the last person that handled the situation like a gentleman didn't get re-signed. So there's that.
Making a stink works.
Okay, but that's not to his personality.
I
And
understand.
I'm not going to make it his personality until he does it. And then I'm going to say, didn't know he had it in him.
By the way, I just want to say as an aside, you know, Dade South is a good friend of the show. You know, we really appreciate Dade South for all his support. But he's a bit of a sensational, how do I put this? Tabloid journalist, if you will. Because he tried to claim on Twitter that Tua said the same thing last July, but he did not.
How is that? No, please explain yourself. How is this? How is this not the same?
Okay, I'll explain how. It says right there, back at it, ... year 4. Here's the thing.
Because he phrased it differently?
Put what he said this year, J-Fig. There you go. Back at it with the boys.
Oh my God. Get
Oh. When you're trying to win a PR battle. When you're trying to win a PR, when you're trying to win,
dude,
I'll explain.
I need an extra day.
Climb in your box, Tobin. That is consistency.
It's not consistent. Here's why. Wow. When you say at it with the boys, you're winning a PR battle because you're trying to express.
Oh,
I'm a
we're
team
going
guy.
with this?
I'm a team guy. I'm a team guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Has Tua ever tried to win a PR battle, or he's just being who he is?
Huh. Oh, he's definitely trying to win PR battles. We all try and win PR battles. Nothing wrong with it. Because you want to know something? If you don't try and win the PR battle, you'll get buried by it.
Wow.
Really?
Yep. Tabloid journalist Dade South.
You know who didn't win the PR battle, and it worked out pretty good?
Who?
Christian Wilkins. Because remember, the whole thing going into this year was, he wanted to get paid X amount of dollars for only X amount of sacks. Remember that conversation?
I think he won the PR battle, though.
Yeah, you know why? Because he got exactly what he wanted.
And he was a good soldier.
Right.
I mean, he did win the battle 3,000 miles away.
But that's my point. Remember, everybody was saying, he ain't gonna get paid that much. How he's gonna get for that much? Like, and what did I say? You guys don't understand how important he is to that defense. Right? Defensive tackles don't have 100 sacks. 100 tackles. They don't. So he won it, and he didn't he didn't win it because everybody said he was asking for too much. So he didn't win the battle.
You just said he did win the battle.
He won the PR battle.
He didn't win it while it was going on. Because everybody said, no, he's not getting that much money.
I think Christian Wilkins did win the PR battle.
No one ever said when he got his money.
I don't think Christian Wilkins was ever losing the PR battle. I think that he held the PR battle quite well.
A lot of people were saying he shouldn't have got paid that much money.
Yeah, Chris Greer. Like you're saying people, like the GM didn't.
Right. Okay.
J Fig, who's dead to you?
Ooh, you're dead to me.
Okay. Well, besides you and your fraudulent box.
Whoa!
Ooh.
And angry.
Falsifying box information, Tobin.
Can't put me in a box.
Wow.
Anyway, you know how people down under around Australia and New Zealand are just a different breed from us?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, a New Zealand man body slammed a killer whale.
How exactly?
Is
Don't
there
worry, I got
video?
a video for you. There is a video. You ready?
All right. I'm
They
sorry.
arrest that guy?
That is
Fine.
disgusting. He was only fined $500. How was he not arrested?
Can I see this again? I need to see this again, please.
That's not cool.
Definitely not. You said this was a killer whale?
Oh, no. That is a baby killer whale.
It's an orca and his calf.
Well, I mean,
No, he only went after the calf.
Great job. I hope the next time that he's in the
That's
water.
disgusting behavior, and you're dead to me.
Yeah,
Well,
great.
what
I
do
hope
you
I hope the
expect?
next time that he's in the
Animals.
You see, they're all holding beers. What do you expect?
yeah. I hope next time that he's in the ocean that an orca uses his toe as an hors d'oeuvre.
See, that's a baby. Because if Mama
He's
was
really
around,
lucky
she'd eat
nothing
the whole
happened to
boat.
him.
Honestly, though, orcas are like really, really crazy killers. So I'm surprised they didn't just like drown him or something like
It's a
that.
baby.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. They're like the
So
smartest
what?
killers on the planet.
It's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, they're on a different level. I've seen them hang a great white shark upside down and put it in hypnosis. I'm like, wow.
Hey, question. Is that any different than people putting their head in gators down here? Would they not think the same thing of us? I mean, intangibles, not black folks, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've truly never seen that.
I think it was understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All I'm saying is stop messing with sea life, okay?
yeah, don't,
Stop.
when you wonder why he's eating folks.
Frog boy, who's dead to you?
Tobin, lower the music, please.
But you have control of it. Like
Tobin?
Oh, all right.
Lower the music, please. This is a sad, sad day to some. As I have to say that Power 96,
Whoa.
the era that we were just on for nearly a decade, probably more. Unfortunately, it's time to turn you down, and it's time to turn the throwbacks up, baby.
Bad Bunny is gone, right?
No more Bad Bunny.
Love
no
it.
more Dua Lipa. No more Adele. No more of this caca poo poo you crazy Gen Zers call music. Time now for throwbacks and throwbacks only. The era that played top 40 hits is gone for Power 96 as of 5 p.m. yesterday.
So now we back to dropping booties on the ground?
We're dropping booties on the ground.
Wow.
24/7.
That's not your booty because your booty cannot drop all the way to the ground with those
Hey.
tiny shorts.
My pockets are gonna reveal all of mine. but
Hey,
still,
can we just say this? Can those little baby booty shorts be dead to you?
this isn't about my booty shorts. This is about a new era in Power 96 history. The old era is dead. They are now your new home for throwbacks. So that top 40 era or anyone else who may be trying to come for the
Are we
throwback.
going 90s, 2000, or late 80s,
Yeah.
90s?
It is indeed 90s and 2000s that they'll be
Okay.
hitting. So
So we going into the
Nice
era
era.
of the sample.
it's a golden era, if you
The
ask me.
sample era.
Wow.
Yes.
The sample era.
What do you call Daisy Dukes that you buy on Temu?
We call them Marcoses.
Oh,
Froggies.
I got them Marcos 8s.
test it out.
He said, I got them cargo Marcoses.
Just I bought another color yesterday. So
Please,
I
can we see this?
I hope you didn't buy a medium.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter what size I buy. It's not the right size.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna have weird ass pockets.
How many X's are behind the size?
It was in Cantonese. Not really sure.
We'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the holiday weekend, everybody.
Hey, to everybody, if you see somebody that's in the armed forces, please thank them, because God knows none of us would be willing to go into another country to fight for our rights. I can't do it. So that means I got to respect the hell out of people that do it. You should all do the same this weekend and on Monday. Thank you.
And be safe. And be safe.
Be safe.
That was excellent. Anything from you, Tobin?
No, I already said goodbye.
Oh, sick of this guy, dude. I'm just absolutely sick of this guy.
Typical rat behavior.
Are you kidding me? I, Brendan Tobin, want Jimmy Butler to retire.
Tobin, don't stop. Don't get me going.
Oh, wait.
You know we were injured.
Oh, get out of here, dude.
Hope you mother have a good day.